What's going on, everybody? I hope you're enjoying your Hump Day Wednesday evening so far. This is MYG Jeff85 here, and I'm bringing you ESPN Wednesday Night Basketball. The Brooklyn Nets taking on the Boston Celtics in an Atlantic Division matchup where the Nets, who have had trouble beating the Boston Celtics for I don't even know how long, like it feels like 8, 9, 10,000-yard games, however long it is. The Nets are going to be taking on the Boston Celtics tonight in Boston in what should be a very interesting battle overall. Now, in terms of the injuries going forward, the Brooklyn Nets are going to be without Ben Simmons as well as TJ Warren. Both those guys are going to be out during this game. Jorge Rubio, what's going on, bro? Thank you so much for coming by the live stream. TJ Warren is out right now with a left shin contusion. He's missing the last 2 games he's played in. And Ben Simmons, who had to leave the game this past Monday against the Los Angeles Lakers, he's dealing with this past Saturday against the New York Knicks, he's dealing with left knee soreness. He also will not play in this game, so he's going to be missing his 2nd consecutive game. And for the Boston Celtics, they're going to be without Marcus Smart right now. He's dealing with an injury. He will not play. And Robert Williams, who's was questionable for this game, looks like he's going to give it a go. So the Brooklyn Nets are going to be playing this game without Marcus Smart. Thank God he's not playing in this game because it's going to make it a whole lot easier going forward against this Boston Celtics team, who's very good overall. But either way, this is going to be a tough matchup. Boston is the team that always gives the Nets fits every time we play them. They always find ways to give the Nets fits. Oh, what it is about this basketball team? But every time we play them, the Nets just have sometimes the Boston Celtics just have these matchup issues for the Nets to play against. And I don't know what it is. We just can never find a way to solve this team because they're so good playing down low and in the front court. So the Nets are going to have to do a much better job in terms of playing in the front court against this Boston Celtics team. Let's see if the Nets can go out there and be able to do a good job tonight. This is going to be very tough. Nets are on a 2-game winning streak right now after beating New York on Saturday and then defeating Los Angeles on Monday. Let's see if the Nets can find a way to end this 8 or 9-game slide against the Boston Celtics. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen either way. This should be a very interesting game tonight. So still have a little bit more time before we get ready for a tip-off in this basketball game. Sounds like the Nets are going to go with the same lineup that they had before. The Nets are probably going to go with a lineup of Kyrie Irving, Seth Curry, Joe Harris, Royce O'Neal, and Nicolas Claxton in their front court overall. Patty Mills got some playing time last time. You saw Day'Ron Sharpe get some run at the backup center position. Cam Thomas got some good playing time. Edmund Sumner played some good playing time. You saw a lot of these guys that were backing up before that were getting a good amount of playing time in that game on Monday, and some of them actually showed out big time. Cam Thomas and Patty Mills, when they got their opportunities, each one of them scored at least 21 points in that out there, and he was able to grab 14 rebounds and grab 8 points as well as blocking 2 shots during that game. So that's a good sign if Day'Ron Sharpe can be able to go in there and give the Nets good minutes. He's just got to watch out when it comes to the fouls. He still is committing way too many fouls on the court overall. So that's one thing that I want to see Day'Ron Sharpe be able to not do as much, is try to limit the type of fouls that he gets on the court, because it's going to be able to keep him on the court a lot longer. And it's going to help out the Nets going forward in this basketball game. So that's the one thing that I'm looking towards, is if Day'Ron Sharpe can limit the amount of fouls on the basketball court, because we need him to be out there and be that legit backup center for this Nets team. Hopefully he can do that. I'm hoping that Day'Ron Sharpe can do that, because it's going to be difficult. Boston's got a hell of a team, even without Marcus Smart, and even with a banged-up Robert Williams. This team is incredibly talented, and it all starts out with those 2 guys right here, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I mean, both of them are clutch when it comes to the season. Tatum 68 points, Brown 58 points, both shooting 41%. 3-point percentage, 3 for 13 was Tatum. They shot a little bit rough when it came to the 3-point percentage, but both these guys are terrific NBA players, top players in the NBA as well. Have to see what's going to happen during this game tonight. Either way, I expect this to be a good game, but the game is about to start in literally about 5-10 minutes, so I'll be right back. I'm just going to get myself some water before we get ready for the game. Okay, they're showing the standings right now. Boston right now is leading the conference at 36-15. The Nets are in fourth place right now, 31-19. They're 4.5 games trailing behind the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference, and they're right now second in the Eastern Conference in terms of the second in the Atlantic Division overall. I mean, Tatum's a hell of a player. I can't disagree with you at all, Jorge. He's a damn good basketball player. He gives the Nets fits all the time we play against him. I don't know what it is about Jayson Tatum, but that dude is just a terrific basketball player, and he is a straight-up pain in the ass every time we play against him. Jayson Tatum is a pain in the ass every time we play against him. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen either way, but I expect this to be a very good game overall. I know I've said that about a million times, but I do. Anytime Boston and Brooklyn see each other, it's always a very good game. Nothing ever changes. So I'm curious. I want to see how the Nets are going to play defense. That's what I'm looking at. Like, I'm curious to see how the Nets are going to come out on the defensive side of the court because, yeah, they played a little bit better defensively, but let's just be real. The Nets' defense has still not been that good. They're still giving up over 100 points. They gave over 100 points to a Los Angeles Lakers team that was playing without LeBron James and playing without Anthony Davis. They still gave up 100 points. The Nets' defense has still been very suspicious. They've got to do a better job on that side of the court. I love that this game is also on NBC Sports Boston. Yeah, as it should be. This is a top-level, big-time game. And they're showing Nick Claxton right now is scoring 18 points per game with a 75% field goal percentage, over 11 rebounds, and 3 block shots. Claxton's been another guy that's really stepped up his game for the Brooklyn Nets, too. He has been terrific this season. Terrific overall for the Brooklyn Nets. He has been a big reason why the Nets have really been put in position to take the next step in the NBA because of his overall play. He has been extremely playing good basketball, and he's a big reason why the Nets have a legit chance to potentially go far in the Eastern Conference if he can continue his play overall. They're showing right now, Durant is out, missing his 11th straight game. Ben Simmons is missing his 3rd game because of his knee. Durant because of a knee injury. And Marcus Smart's missing his 5th game because of a sprained ankle he suffered. TJ Warren, like I mentioned, is missing his 2nd game because of a shin contusion. So those are the key players that will not be playing in tonight's game between Brooklyn and Boston. Either way, I'm curious to see how Jacques Vaughn is going to put out this rotation too. That's what I want to see is how is Jacques Vaughn going to put out his rotation tonight for the Brooklyn Nets. I really am. Because Boston, even without Marcus Smart, this team is so good defensively that I really want to see if the Nets are going to go more with like a bigger lineup and try to go with more of a defensive mentality against guys like Tatum and guys like Brown. Because those are going to be the guys that are obviously going to be the focal point. But then you have other players like Robert Williams. You have, Brogdon. You got Derek White. Grant Williams is a pain in the ass. I mean, there's players all over this team that could be players that are going to give the Nets a hard time overall. So that's what I'm curious to see how the Nets are going to guard some of these other players on this basketball team overall. Because Boston's got some good depth players on their team too. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's see. Just seeing like any of the other injured players that the Boston Celtics might not be able to play. Obviously, Gallinari is not playing. Brogdon. Luke Cornett was a pain the last time the Nets played against him. He was really giving us problems. Sam Hauser was another one. Hauser, Cornett, and Pritchard were a couple of other players that gave the Nets fits when we played them. Absolute fits. Y'all were sorry on defense without Robert Williams. Well, I'm not a Celtics fan, so if that's the case, that's fine. I don't disagree with you. Robert Williams is an anchor on the defensive side, so you're not wrong. What's going on, Clips? Love the picture, by the way. Michael Jordan, absolutely the GOAT. Well, sometimes when you get ESPN games, they're sometimes exclusive to ESPN. You know me, Jeff. If the Homer broadcast is available, I'll always pick the Homer broadcast. I don't blame you, bro. I would too. I don't blame you at all for feeling that way, Jorge. I would do the same thing. You always want to hear your guys calling basketball games. You want to hear other people doing it because you're so used to hearing your players, your commentators, your guys calling these basketball games. So I'm not going to fault you for feeling that way. I feel the same way. I love to hear my guys and gals call my team too. So I don't disagree with you at all. If that's the way, if that's the route you want to go to, so go for it, man. I'm not gonna hate on you when it comes to that at all. Just looking over the out of town scoreboard right now, too. Gonna give you guys the out of town scoreboard overall in a second. 8 in the chat. Thank you guys so much for coming by. We already got 8 in the chat, and we haven't even started the game yet. You guys are the best. Thank you sincerely. And make sure you guys hit that like button. I'm not going to say it too much, but hit that like button if you guys haven't already for the Hardcore Sports Network, NYGFBT85, as well as, all the other broadcasts we're on. We're also on Let's Talk Sports, another great platform for the NBA or for sports overall. So make sure you guys go sub up Let's Talk Sports, as well as make sure you guys go give them a like over there too. They do great work on that. A lot of my good buddies are on that channel. So thank you very much for coming by the chat overall. It looks absolutely beautiful in Boston tonight. Boston's such a nice city. I don't like the sports teams, but I love the city itself. I really do. Boston to me is a beautiful old school city. Got a lot of good history and a lot of good tradition to it. So as much as I don't like Boston at all in terms of their sport teams, I love the city overall. I wish I was there. Hey, maybe one time you could book a trip over to Boston sometime. Maybe you could book a trip to Boston sometime in the future and be able to go over there and check it out. It's a hell of a city, man. A lot of good old school art over there too. I'm telling you, been there at least once. Beautiful. Just going over Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown's numbers right now. I love MBTA. I like it too. I like it too. I agree with you, Jorge. There's a lot of great things over there in Boston. I love cities that have tradition to them, like old school, traditional history to them. I'm not really a huge history buff, but I love old school cities that have that old school tradition to it, that you could just go there and learn so much from the surroundings that you're near. And that's exactly what Boston and even Philadelphia too. I hate the Philadelphia sports teams, but when it comes to the city itself, I like traveling down to Philadelphia, the city. I do. I love the artifacts over there. I love some of the old history over there. It's a nice little city. Obviously, it's nothing like New York City. You can't even compare the two. But either way, it's just a nice overall environment to be in when it comes to Philadelphia and Boston. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm just waiting for this game to kick off. I really am. I can't stand Boston. I can't stand their sports teams. There's no teams that I would love to see the Nets kick ass more than the Boston Celtics. I'm so sick and tired of listening to this goddamn team. So I'm just waiting for this game to just kick off already. I really am. So we'll have to wait and see. Obviously we got to try to make sure we don't have Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown go off on us tonight, because those guys every single game just destroy us. JFK Museum, New England Aquarium, the Cathedral. I've been at the JFK Museum. Is so underrated. It's so nice over there. I love it over there. I've never been to the New England Aquarium. Unfortunately, I got to check it out the next time I ever go up in that area. And the Cathedral as well. I have been near the Cathedral too. It is very, very beautiful to look at outside. Never been inside of it, but outside it's amazing. So like that old school feel that you got. Just checking some of the out-of-town scores as well. Cardinal O'Malley, that's another one. There you go. Jorge really studying up on his history of Boston. Love it. Love studying up on his old history over there in the Boston area. Just checking out some of the out-of-town scoreboard right now. Right around pretty much at the end of the first quarter, the Philadelphia 76ers lead the Orlando Magic 35-23. The Memphis Grizzlies right now lead the Portland Trailblazers in the beginning of the second quarter, 10:43 to go, 34-29. At 8 p.m., you got the Oklahoma City Thunder traveling to the Houston to take on the Rockets. You at 8 p.m., you also have the Golden State Warriors traveling to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves, also at 8 p.m. You have the Sacramento Kings traveling to San Antonio to take on the San Antonio Spurs. At 9 o'clock, you got the Toronto Raptors traveling down to Utah to take on the Jazz. At 10 p.m. on ESPN, the game following this one tonight, you have the Atlanta Hawks that will be taking on the Phoenix Suns. That'll be at ESPN tonight at 10 p.m. And what would have been at 10:30 tonight, or 10 o'clock, you would have had the Washington Wizards taking on the Detroit. You would have them taking on the Detroit Pistons, but because of inclement weather, that game will not be played today. I believe that the Washington Wizards are stuck in a snowstorm right now, so they will not be playing in that basketball game overall. I can't put the game on. If I put the game on and show you the game, Jordan, I will get a copyright strike and the channel will get shut down, so I am not unfortunately doing that. I'm just going to give you the commentary. I apologize, man, but I can't. I can't put the game on TV. What's going on? No Mets, no Nets, no Jets. How you doing, bro? Thank you so much for coming by the live stream. Always support and love the support that you give my channel. Thank you sincerely for coming by the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics game tonight. I'm just waiting for the game to kick off already. I mean, just too much talking right now by the people on the desk. Let's get going already. I'm antsy right now. I'm antsy. I just want to get this game kicked off already between the Nets and the Celtics. This is a big-time game. Nets right now, they need to try to get back. The Nets are in that weird position right now. They are in that weird position overall in the East. They're still waiting for KD, and a report came out earlier that Kevin Durant says he is hopeful that he will be ready by the All-Star game. So Kevin Durant is hopeful that he will be ready for the All-Star game in a couple of weeks. So that's his goal right now, is he's shooting to get back by the All-Star game this year. Will he get back? We'll have to wait and see overall. Actually, KD says the game was DK says the game was postponed to 9 p.m. If that's true, I don't even know about that. Because right now it says the game has been postponed completely. If that's the case and they actually did reschedule that, then that'd be even awesome. Be able to have those guys get out there and play. Thank you for the update overall. Oh, Jorge, thank you so much. I appreciate that, bro. But we'll have to wait and see. Showing some highlights right now of some of the key players in this game. Kyrie Irving, Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Nicolas Claxton. Obviously, I wish Marcus Smart was playing, because that dude is an absolute pest. But I don't want to hear any excuses at all. I don't want to hear excuses. If they beat them tonight, but they didn't have Marcus Smart, guess what? We don't have Kevin Durant. We don't have Ben Simmons. We don't have TJ Warren, arguably three of our top players on the team. So no excuses. Either way, this is going to be a tough game. This is going to be a battle. It always is. It is always a battle when Boston and Brooklyn play each other. We don't like each other at all. Looks like we're just about getting ready for a tip-off. Brooklyn and Boston. We're about to get our starting lineups, too, it looks like, in a little bit. Here we are, the starting lineups. First for the visiting Brooklyn Nets, Kyrie Irving, Seth Curry, Joe Harris, Royce O'Neal, and Nicolas Claxton will start for the Brooklyn Nets overall. So the lineup that they're going with, they had last against LA last night, or a couple nights ago. And for the Boston Celtics, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, Al Horford, and Robert Williams, their normal starting five that they will be going for in this game tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. Google does say different from DraftKings. I think you're right on this one. Well, I'm not sure, man. I mean, I'm going to go by what you said, bro. So I'm going to go by your overall saying. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen either way. So we're just about getting ready for tip-off. Nets and Celtics, ESPN, Atlantic Division Eastern Conference battle. Claxton and Robert Williams will tip it off. It's away, and the Celtics will control the tip. Derek White has the ball crossing midcourt. He's guarded by Seth Curry. Bounces it over to Jaylen Brown. Brown guarded by Harris. Near the three-point line. Gets it over to Tatum. Guarded by O'Neal. Now picked up by Claxton. Outside over to Derek White. Guarded by Curry. White driving to the basket. Spin move. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded by O'Neal. O'Neal's now got to get the basketball. O'Neal hands it off to Irving. Irving trying to drive to the basket. Steps back near the three-point line. Now, mid-range shot. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Claxton. Gets it outside. Irving. O'Neal. Harris. Three-point shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by Tatum. Tatum's got the basketball now. Guarded by O'Neal. What's going on, Philly halftime? How you doing, bro? Underneath. Robert Williams. Dunks it. Puts it in. Celtics take an early 2-0 lead on the feed by Jaylen Brown to Robert Williams in the post. Irving's now got the basketball. Guarded by Brown. Gets it over to O'Neal. Back to Irving. Irving now. Pick play by Claxton. Out of Harris. Harris puts it outside. Curry. Curry with it. Back to Harris. Fix the three-point shot. Harris now outside. O'Neal. Three-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Tatum. Tatum's now got it. Tatum guarded by O'Neal. Tatum driving to the basket. Up off the backboard and puts it in. And the Celtics take a 4-0 lead, courtesy of Jayson Tatum, putting it off the backboard and in. Irving's now got it. Irving hands out Harris, back to Irving, three-point shot. No good. Nets are 0 for 3 to start the quarter at three-point line. Brown with three-point shot, knocks it down, and Boston takes an early 7-0 lead with just about 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Not the type of first quarter the Nets needed to start this game. Claxton now with it. Claxton trying to spin move on Horford. Gets over to Curry. Back out to O'Neal. O'Neal three-point shot. It's good. Royce O'Neal knocks down the three-point shot. And the Nets are on the board. 7-3. 9:45 to go in the first quarter. Tatum now with it. Guarded by O'Neal. Gets it down low to Horford. Horford guarded by Claxton. Horford up and down. Shot block. Puts it up. No good. Almost put in. Robert Williams gets the putback and puts it in the basket. Celtics now lead 9-3. Irving with it. Gets it over on the outside. Royce O'Neal's now got it. O'Neal gets it over to Irving. Irving guarded by Horford. Gets it on over to O'Neal. Three-point shot. Brick shot. Rebounded by Derek White. White over to Tatum. Tatum guarded by Harris. Fakes him out. Drives the basket. Up and under and puts it in. And the Celtics take an early 11-3 lead on the Brooklyn Nets. Irving now with the guarded by Horford. Irving, step back, three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Derek White. White over to Jaylen Brown. Brown guarded by Irving. Three-point shot by Brown. It's good. And the Celtics take an early 14-3 lead. 8:38 to go, and the Nets call a timeout. And just like that, the Nets are down by 11. Just like that, the Nets are already down by 11 to this damn Boston Celtics team. Yeah. Go ahead, Eagles fans. Do your talking. What a crappy way to start the basketball game for the Nets. You couldn't get off to a crappier start than what just happened tonight. Jesus Christ. Boston's already off to a terrific start shooting the basketball. And just like that, we're down by 11. 14-3. I mean, Boston's come out lights out. They're 2 for 2. They're lights out right now shooting so far from the court. Lights out. Brown's already got a quick 6 points. Robert Williams has got 2 rebounds. He's got 4 points, and Tatum's got 4 points. Just like that. Just like that. It's something about this Boston Celtics team that just something about this team. I don't know what it is, but every time the Nets play this team, they just can't figure out this goddamn basketball team. I don't know what it is about Boston. The Nets always have trouble playing against this team. All the time. Tatum, Brown now. Last time we played the Celtics, Jaylen Brown didn't play. And we still couldn't beat them. Now you have Jaylen Brown back. I mean, they're just a good team. I can't stand the Celtics, but they're just a good basketball team with so much depth. They have 2 superstar young players. They have 2 really good young superstar players. And they also just have a really good amount of depth on their roster. Can't take away from it. They just got a lot of depth on their roster, and it's just hard for the Nets to be able to counter these guys. So the Nets, they're going to have to try to do something a little bit different now on the defensive side. The fact that we're already down. The fact we're already down by 11 points just like that. And the Nets have bricked some shots already from 3-point line. So, I mean, we're going to have to find a way to. The one thing the Nets cannot afford to tonight is have Kyrie Irving have a bad shooting night. If Irving's not going to shoot well from the field, we're in trouble. We cannot afford Kyrie Irving to shoot poorly from the field. If he does that, the Nets are in big trouble because there's nobody really on this team that can go out there and consistently score to the degree that Kyrie Irving can. I mean, that you couldn't have got off to a worse start than the Nets just did. You couldn't have. You could have scripted a worse start than this. And if the Nets want to be taken more seriously, they got to play a lot better. Absolutely not. I actually like my dignity. No way. There's Joe Mazzulla, first-year coach for the Boston Celtics, for first-place Boston Celtics team. Back to play. Curry on the outside. O'Neal back to Curry. Top of the key, pick play by Claxton, jump shot by Curry, off the front rim, rebounded by Derek White. White now got it. White driving to the basket and dunks it right through the middle of the field. No defense at all. 16-3 Boston. Nets now with it. Irving with the basketball at the top of the key. Picks play by Claxton. Pick and roll outside Curry. Curry now with O'Neal over to Irving. Irving's got it now. Guarded by Robert Williams. Irving, Curry, 3-point shot. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Robert Williams. Over to Jaylen Brown. Brown's now got it. Brown guarded by Curry. Brown near the outside. Gets it over to Derek White. White over to Brown. Brown guarded by Curry still. Brown, step back jump shot. Off the front rim. Rebounded by O'Neal. O'Neal's got it. O'Neal now. Guarded by Derek White. O'Neal driving to the basket, puts it up, blocked away by Derek White. And there's a foul on the play, though. It's going to be an offensive foul. It's going to be a loose ball foul on the Nets. I think it's going to go against Claxton. Celtics have the ball now. Tatum's taking up the front court. Yeah, it's true, Jorge. When he's on, he's on. But when he's off, he's off. Tatum now gets it on the outside. Tatum driving to the basket, puts it off his leg, front shot, no good. Rebounded by Robert Williams and puts it in the basket. Celtics up by 15, 18-3. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. And just like that, the Nets are already down big. Royce O'Neal the outside to Irving. Irving now near the top of the key, guarded by Brown. Irving now picked up by Horford. Irving, step back 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Robert Williams. Irving is 0 for 4 from the field. Tatum's out. Brown's got it. Guarded by Harris. Gets it down low to Horford. Horford to Tatum. Three-point shot is good. Jayson Tatum knocks down a three-point shot. And just like that, the Nets are down by 18, 21-3. Curry with the basketball. Curry guarded by Robert Williams now. Curry gets it over to Claxton. Claxton now goes to the basket. Left-hand hook shot. No good, but picks up the foul, and it'll be on Robert Williams. Robert Williams picked up the foul on Nicolas Claxton, and it's going to be, looks like Claxton might go to the line for two. Yep, Claxton's going to go to the line for two. The Nets are down by 18 with 6:18 to go in the first quarter. Claxton, first free throw shot is good. Claxton knocks down his first free throw shot, 21-4. Boston up in this game. Claxton leads the NBA in field goal percentage with 74% and blocks per game this season with 2.7. So he's averaging around 3 blocks per game. Claxton's been one of the leaders in terms of defensive player of the year for the Brooklyn Nets. Claxton for a second free throw. Puts it up. No good. In and out. Rebounded by Boston. But it looks like there might be a lane violation. It's going to be a lane violation on the Boston Celtics, so Claxton is going to get another opportunity at the foul line. Shout out to the 9 in the chat. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Claxton back in the line, shooting his third free throw. Puts it up. And it's no good still. Rebounded by Tatum. Tatum's got it. Crosses the midcourt. Gets it over to Horford. Horford guarded by Claxton. Now over to Tatum. Tatum driving to the basket. Outside Horford. Three-point shot. Is good. Boston is not missing right now. And the Celtics take a 24-14-4 lead. Celtics up by 20. Claxton's now got it on the outside. Or Irving. Claxton driving to the basket. Off the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Tatum. Tatum's got it now. Tatum down low to Horford. Horford now back to Tatum. Tatum guarded by Claxton. Tatum, three-point shot is good. Holy crap. Boston is on fire right now. 27-4. 5 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Nets are down by 23. Curry now over to O'Neal, over to Irving. Irving three-point shot is good. Kyrie Irving finally gets his first basket, and it's 27-7 now. Boston is leading by 20. Boston now. Derek White over to Tatum. Three-point shot is good. Tatum answers back on another three-point shot. Jesus! Irving now over to Claxton. Claxton puts it up. No good. Blocked by Horford. Rebounded by Boston. Jaylen Brown's got it. Brown three-point shot is good. Oh my God. They're not missing. Boston is seriously not missing for three. 33-7. They're 7 for 7 from three-point range. Irving drives to the basket and there's a foul on Boston. Boston is 7 for 7 from three-point line. My God. 33-7. That Detroit game is going to make DraftKings lineup interesting with the game up in the air. Yeah, it will. You're absolutely right, Jorge. Holy crap. Boston now got it. I mean, Nets have it. Get it. Curry over to, gets it over. Looks like that's Curry. Jump back shot. Three-pointer. No good. In and out. Cam Thomas is checked in. Rebounded by Boston. Tatum's got it. Tatum. Guarded by Cam Thomas. Tatum now going to the basket. Puts it up. It's good. Boston 35, Brooklyn 7. I mean, you want to talk about an ass whipping in the first quarter. That's exactly what's happening. Tatum's got 15 points on 6 of 7 shooting. Damian Sharp is now in the game. Gets it over to Irving. Loves it. Dunked by Claxton. The Nets are going with a big lineup now. They have Sharp and Claxton on the court. Brown now with it. Brown gets it over to Tatum. Back to Brown. Underneath. Puts it up and puts it in. Foul on Day'Ron Sharpe. And it's giving me a chance at a three-point play. So it's a foul on Sharpe. Brown puts it up, puts it in. Celtics up 37-9, and Brown has a chance at a three-point play. This is, I mean, you want to talk about an ass whip in the first quarter. Brown's got 11 points, 4 of 5 shooting, 3 of 3 from the three-point line. This is just a straight-up ass whipping by the Boston Celtics on the Nets right now. I mean, you couldn't have seen anything worse. Brown from the free throw line puts it up and puts it in. 38-9. Boston up by 29 points. Brown's got 12. Tatum's got 15. Irving with the basketball. Jump shot. Puts it up and in. Nets have 11 points. We finally hit double digits. 38-11 now. 3:15 to go in the first quarter. Tatum's got it. Tatum going on the outside by Claxton. Now guarded by Sharpe. Tatum picked up at the three-point line. Three-point shot is good. Tatum hits a three-point shot. 18 points for Jayson Tatum. 41-11. Boston leads. Patty Mills has checked in the game now for the Nets. Brogdon is in for the Boston Celtics now. Irving driving to the basket. Up and under and puts it in. Kyrie Irving puts it in, 41-13. Three-point shot, Jaylen Brown. No good. They finally missed from three-point line. Rebounded by the Nets. And Irving just throws it out of bounds. Boston's ball. I mean, that's just – I don't even know what the hell to say after that first quarter. I really don't. I mean, Boston they just lit it up. They absolutely they lit it up from the three-point line. They absolutely just went out there and just torched us at the three-point line. And if it wasn't for it's not better over there. You talking about the Knicks? The Knicks, I mean, yeah, I can understand with the Knicks. I mean, it's a disaster over there too. But, I mean, Boston is right now shooting. The Nets are shooting 5 of 18 from the field. You couldn't get off to a worse start shooting for the Nets. 2 of 10 from the three-point line. And Boston, they're only shooting 16 of 23 from the field and only 8 of 9 from the three-point line. I could argue if Jaylen Brown didn't put up that asinine three-point shot, then, I mean, it could have been even worse. It could have been even worse for the Nets. No, I mean, it's just I can't even – I mean, I could say the defense is not, playing in more tight. They're not getting out to their rotations more to the three-point line, but Boston's shooting the lights out of the basketball. They're literally just shooting the lights out of the basketball in this game. I mean, it's ridiculous right now how Boston is playing in this first quarter. It is. It's also amazing that they don't even have Marcus Smart out there on defense, and it's like it just shows the depth of this roster. It just shows the depth of this roster on Boston. It's just how deep they are. The fact that they can just go out there and just Brown, Tatum, Pritchard, Cornette, Hauser, Grant Williams, Robert Williams, Brogdon. It doesn't matter who it is. They just go out there and just put up these and light it up on the scoreboard with whoever it is. It's just, I hate losing to this goddamn Boston Celtics team. I really do. I hate losing to this team. It makes me so aggravated, but this is what makes Boston such a good team is because of the fact that they can beat you on the outside. They can beat you down low. I like the fact the Nets are trying a new strategy of having Sharpe and Claxton out there on the court together But it's the problem is that you could space those two guys out because they're obviously bigger guys. You could space them out in terms of shooting outside shots, and when you're able to knock down your shots, you're screwed. Especially for a player like Day'Ron Sharpe, who sometimes is a little undisciplined from the three-point line, and he's not going to, stay contained from the outside. So, I mean, that's the one thing I worry about Day'Ron Sharpe. He's going to be too undisciplined from the three-point line, and he's going to do, he's not going to be able to get to his outside contain. Celtics have the ball now. Brogdon gets it over to Derek White. White with it. White gets it over on the outside. Now over to Brogdon. Grant Williams at it underneath. Cornet puts it up, puts it in, and a foul. And that's the second foul already on Day'Ron Sharpe. Luke Cornet puts it in. Pritchard's in the game now, too, as well as Grant Williams for the Boston Celtics. And Pritchard, Cornet's now going to go to the line and shoot one for a three-point play. 43-13, 2:09 to go. Free throw is in. Boston leads by 31 points, 44-13. Nets now dribbling the basketball. Irving's got it. Irving, step back, three-point shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by Boston. Grant Williams has got it. Gets it over to Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard now gets it over to Tatum. Tatum loves it. Cornet misses the dunk. Rebounded by Irving. Irving's got it now. Irving, step back, gets it over, turns it over, gives it back to Boston. Irving's playing reckless right now. Brogdon has it stolen away, knocked it away by Thomas, gets it over to Sharpe. Sharpe puts it up, no good, and it's going to be a foul on the play. Day'Ron Sharpe goes to the basket and draws the foul. And it's going to be on Grant Williams. And Sharpe's going to go to the line shooting two. What's going on, Andrew? No, we didn't. That's true. You're not wrong about that, Jorge. First free throw up for Sharpe is good. It's good, and it's 44-14. I like Day'Ron Sharpe a lot. I do. I think he's a good young developmental player on this Nets team. Like to see them try to play him a little bit more. Sharpe's second free throw off the back rim. No good. Rebounded by Grant Williams. 1:30 to go in the first quarter. 44-14. Boston's leading right now by 30 points. Tatum's got it. Tatum, three-point shot. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by Cam Thomas. Thomas has got it now. Guarded by Williams. Thomas now guarded, picked up by Cornet. Gets it over to Watanabe, who just checked in. Thomas, step back, almost took the three. Gets on the outside of Mills. Mills drives the basket, gets to the Sharpe. Good passing, and it's a nice play by Patty Mills to get it to Day'Ron Sharpe. Dunks it in 44-16. Now we got Brogdon who has it. Brogdon, guarded by Mills. Brogdon, top of the key. Takes it, jump back, shot, off the front rim, knocked outside, rebounded by Pritchard. Brogdon now has got it again. Guarded by Thomas, drives the basket, passes it off. Same play that Boston did to us. We did to them. They just did to us. Cornet gets the dunk. Thomas now with it. Thomas gets it over to Sharpe. Sharpe hands it off. Mills, three-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Boston. Tatum's got it. 46-16. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tatum's now slowing it up. Tatum now, 10 seconds to go, 7 on the shot clock. Tatum guarded by Watanabe. Tatum, jump back, step back, three! In and out, no good. Rebound by Boston, and that is the end of the first quarter, dominated by the Boston Celtics. Boston shoots incredibly well. Nets shoot incredibly poorly. And right now, at the end of the first quarter, the score, Boston 46 and Brooklyn 16. Boston shot 73% from the three-point line in that first quarter. 73%. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, How are you supposed to? How are you supposed to play well when you're giving up 73% shooting from the three-point line? Boston was literally on fire. They finally started cooling off in the end of that first quarter, and they shot 62% from the field. I mean, 8 of 11 from the three-point line, 18 for 29, and the Nets. My God, did they shoot? Their shooting was horrendous. they shot 29% from the field, 6 of 21, and 50%. They shot 17% from the three-point line. 17, 2 of 12. Irving is 3 for 8 from the field. Curry, nothing. I mean, Claxton, 3 points, 1 rebound. Day'Ron Sharpe's got 3 points on a nice pass before. I mean, Harris 0 for 1. O'Neal's 1 for 4. It's ugly. That was as ugly of a first quarter as you can imagine. Yeah. Right out of the gate, that you couldn't have gotten any uglier than that was in the first quarter for the Brooklyn Nets going against the Boston Celtics tonight. Couldn't have gotten any uglier. That's just great shooting by Boston overall. Let's see how the Nets are able to rebound going into the second quarter, now trailing by 30 points. Nets are going to have to chip away piece by piece if they want to try to get back in this game. Tatum was 18 points, 7 of 10 shooting from the field. 7 of 10 shooting was Jayson Tatum from the court overall in that first quarter. Jayson Tatum by himself outscored the entire Brooklyn Nets team in that first quarter. That's bad. Tatum by himself had more points than the entire Brooklyn Nets team in that first quarter. You can't get any uglier than that. You can't get any worse or uglier than that when one player single-handedly outscores your entire team. So the Nets are going to have to do something to adjust on their rotations in the second quarter to try and see if they can chip away on this lead against Boston. Because Jesus Christ, that was ugly. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what kind of calls Jacques Vaughn is going to have to make in that second quarter to try to make this game a lot closer. But either way, something's got to be different. Something's got to be different. Something has got to be different in the second quarter. And the Nets are going to start out with it. Cam Thomas with it. Gets it over now to Sharpe. Now over to Royce. Gets it over to Sumner. Sumner back to Thomas. Jump shot. No good off the back rim. Rebounded by Boston. Derek White gets it outside of Pritchard. Drives it underneath. Puts it up and in. Boston now up 48-16. Boston's up by 32 points. Cam Thomas now puts it up. Puts it in. Cam Thomas puts in the shot, and the Nets trail by 30. You want to talk about a measuring stick game? This is it. Derek White's now got it. Guarded by Cam Thomas. Gets it over to Pritchard. Pritchard now gets it over to Robert Williams. Hands it up to Derek White. Guarded by Cam Thomas. 3-point shot by Grant Williams. Off the front rim. No good. Robert Williams puts it up and in. And the Celtics go up by 32 again. Sharpe now, fake the 3, gets it over to Sumner. Sumner puts it up, no good, rebounded by Robert Williams again. Gets it over to Grant Williams, now over to Brogdon. Brogdon has it. Brogdon on the outside, guarded by Patty Mills. Picked up now by Sharpe. Loves it down low, and this now picked up, should have been a foul. Gets it back over, puts it up, puts it in. Derek White puts it in. Celtics up by 34 now, 52-18. This is a mugging right now. Sumner now with the basketball at the top of the key. Or Cam Thomas. Thomas puts it up, puts it in, and the foul. Cam Thomas puts it off the backboard, puts it in, and draws the foul on Boston. And And Cam Thomas is going to go to the line looking to shoot his next free throw to cut this lead to 31 points. Thomas has 21 points, 8 of 13 shooting, 4 of 6 from three-point line. Puts it up and puts it in. That'll happen in the Lakers game on Monday. 52-21, 10-15 to go in this first half. Brogdon's now got it, guarded by Thomas. Brogdon, pick play by Grant Williams. Gets it over to Jaylen Brown. Brown fakes the three. Derek White shoots it from the corner. No good, in and out. Rebounded by Sumner. Gets it back over. Rebounded. Irving now. Gets it over to Thomas. Thomas, step back shot. Is good. Cam Thomas banks it off the backboard. Banks it in. 52-24. Nets cut it to 28 points. Brogdon now puts it off the backboard, cuts the basket, and puts it in. And the Celtics go back up by 30, 54-24. Thomas has got the high end on offense. Thomas puts it up, puts it in. Cam Thomas puts the basketball in again, 54-26. 9:20 to go in the first half. Derek White gets over to Brogdon. Brogdon, and he's fouled on the play by Seth Curry. And Cam Thomas is going to check out of the game for the Brooklyn Nets. But he's going to check, and Joe Harris is going to check in. Good job by Cam Thomas. Excellent first half by Cam Thomas for the Nets. Celtics are going to take it out from the sideline. Gets it over to Grant Williams, guarded by Harris. Williams now gets it back over to Brogdon. Brogdon at three-point line, guarded by Irving. Brogdon now underneath, outside, three-point shot. Grant Williams in and out, no good. Boston is starting to cool down now from three-point line. Rebounded by Claxton, who just checked back in. Irving now. Irving gets it underneath. Claxton now with it. Gets it over to Curry. Curry inside, shot, good. Seth Curry knocks down the jump shot from 18 feet. 54-28. Nets are on a 10-2 run on the last 1 minute and 53 seconds. Brogdon now with it. Brogdon gets it over to Brown. Brown now underneath. Robert Williams puts it up and puts it in. Celtics score on the play, 56-28. 8:20 to go in the first half. Robert Williams has got 10 points and 8 rebounds. He's almost got a double-double in the first half. Irving off the backboard, puts it up and puts it in. Kyrie Irving puts it off the backboard and puts it in. 56-30. Celtics up by 24 or 26. Derek White's got it now. Guarded on the outside by Claxton. Hands it off to Brown. Picked up. Three-point shot. Puts it up and puts it in. Jaylen Brown knocks the three-point shot from the top of the key. 59-30. Boston back up by 29. Brown's got 15 points in the game. Curry now. Gets on the outside. Gordon, Harris now. Gets it over to Claxton. Harris, three-point shot. Puts it up and puts it in. Joey Buckets nails down the three. 59-33. The Nets are starting to sink their shots now. And there's a play underneath by Jaylen Brown. And it's knocked out of bounds, but I think they might call a foul on Claxton on the play, or it might be Harris. And it's going to be a foul. It looks like on Joe Harris on the play. And Brown is going to go the free throw line, shooting 2. First free throw up. No good, off the back rim. Jaylen Brown is getting ready for a second free throw now for the Boston Celtics. Robert Williams just checked out of the game. Replaced by Al Horford. Brown's 4-5 from the three-point line, too. Second free throw up. Off the front rim, no good. He misses both. Rebounded by Harris. Gets it over to Royce O'Neal, just checked back in the game for the Nets. Gets it over to Claxton. Claxton hands it off to Irving. Irving, guarded by Grant Williams. Irving underneath. Goes to the basket and draws it and puts it in. Nets cut it to 24. 59-35. Just over 7 minutes to go in the first half. Brogdon now has it. Brogdon on the outside, guarded by Irving. Claxton pushed to the ground. Gets it now over to Brown. Brown now, guarded by O'Neal. Jaylen Brown out to Derek White. 3-point shot off the front rim. Rebounded by the Nets. Irving now with it. Beyond the back. Irving puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Brogdon. Should have been a foul. Brogdon now. 3-point shot. Is good. Malcolm Brogdon hits a 3-point shot from the top of the key. Should have been a foul. 62-35. Boston is up now by 27. Royce O'Neal's got it now. Gets it over to Irving. Irving back to O'Neal. O'Neal now to Curry. 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Boston. Jaylen Brown's got it. Brown guarded by O'Neal. Brown gets it over to Horford. 3-point shot off the facade rim. Tipped over by Harris over to Claxton. Curry's now got it. Curry, 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Curry, guarded by Brogdon. Gets it over to O'Neal. O'Neal now. Over to Curry. Harris with it. Harris over to O'Neal. Down low to Claxton. Hands it back over to O'Neal. Curry's got it now. Guarded by Brogdon. Shot. Good! Seth Curry nails the jump shot. And it's 62-37. Brogdon's got it. Brogdon loses the ball. Guarded by the Nets. Brogdon loses the ball in the handle. Curry's got it now. Curry guarded by Horford. Curry gets it over to Harris. 3-point shot is good. Joe Harris knocks down the 3-point shot. Boston takes a timeout. And the Nets cut it to 22 points. 5:19 to go in the second quarter. 62-40. Nets going on a little bit of a run now. What's going on, Aaron Judge? Right now, tonight, we do suck. What's going on, Chad? Thank you so much for coming by the live stream, bro, and I hope you're enjoying your day so far, too. And I hope you're enjoying your Wednesday night. Tonight, we do suck. But at least the Nets are showing a little bit more heart now in this second quarter compared to how they were doing before. They're going on a little bit of a run now in this second quarter. I mean, they were able to cut the lead down to 22. Like I said, chip away, chip away, chip away at that lead. Cut that lead down ever so much. Harris has got the hot stroke on the outside. Harris is getting the hot stroke from the outside. So maybe you go a little bit to Harris on the offensive side of the court. Cam Thomas, before he checked out, he had the offense going for the team. We just got to do a better job on the defensive side in terms of our rotations to take some of these guys out of the game. What's going on, Keyshawn Time? Good to see you, bro. Hit that like button if you haven't already and give a sub to NYG Jeffy T85. That's right, bro. Let's go, Brooklyn. Let's get the job done tonight, bro. Let's get it done. Keep the roll going. Nets are playing a lot better in this second quarter compared to how they played in the first quarter, when they couldn't buy a bucket and couldn't stop Boston from shooting. Nets have at least upped their percentage from the field. They're now shooting 46% from the field. Boston is now dropped to 61% shooting from the field, and they're shooting 56% from the three-point line. So they're still shooting some shots, but not as consistently as they were before. So at least it's a little bit of a better percentage compared to how it was at the beginning of this game for the Nets. Got to continue to play better on the defensive end, though. That's the thing. The Nets have got to play better on the defensive end against Boston and not allow some of these shots that Boston's been able to get off. Get back on their rotations, pick up some of these guys on the outside. So just keep chipping away at that lead, guys. Keep chipping away. Keep chipping away at that lead as we go on. That's how we're gonna get back in this game. Go from 34, go from the 30-point deficit to a 20-point deficit. Maybe if you can cut into the teens, maybe if you can somehow cut into the low teens before we get to halftime. You can't ask for anything more than that from this Brooklyn Nets team. Showing right now the second game of this doubleheader. Hawks and the Suns. Trae Young right now, averaging 9.9 assists per season or per this year. He's third in the NBA, and it's the highest of his career. Boston's got the basketball now. They will inbound out of bounds, leading by 22. Derek White's got it now. 5:15 to go in the first half. Derek White guarded by Curry. Picked up now by O'Neal. Gets it out to Grant Williams. Now out to Tatum. Guarded by Harris. Picked up also by Royce O'Neal. Gets it over on the outside to Grant Williams. Williams now. Gets it over to Derek White. White guarded by Curry. Three-point shot is good. Derek White, sharpshooter at the top of the key, right in front of Seth Curry. Knocks it down. 65-40. Celtics are 11 for 19 from the three-point line. Curry to Harris. Harris back to Curry. Harris now got it. Back to Curry. Guarded by Derek White. Curry now gets on the outside. Royce O'Neal. O'Neal hands it off to Irving. Irving, step back. Three-point shot. Blocked. Gets it down low, and it's a shot clock violation on the Brooklyn Nets. Shot clock violation on the Brooklyn Nets. Boston basketball. Oh, bro, that sounds so good. Cajun chicken. You can't get any better than that. Good old school Cajun chicken. You just got me hungry, man. That sounds delicious. Enjoy it, man. Derek White just drives to the basket, puts it up, and puts it in. But right now, Boston is the only team that's top 5 in offensive and defensive efficiency rating. Harris for three is good. Joe Harris knocks down another three-point shot, and the Nets cut the lead 67-43. Harris has got 9 points on the game now. Boston's out got the basketball. It's knocked out of the hands of Tatum, knocked out of bounds, but it looks like it might be a foul on the play. And it looks like it might go against Irving. Hey, Raphael. How you doing, bro? Make sure you guys go sub up to Raphael Chassin if you have not already. He does great work on his YouTube channel, talking wrestling as well as talking about the Raiders. Underneath, drive to the basket, scoop up and in by Jayson Tatum. He puts it in, and now the Celtics are up by 26, 69-43. Tatum's got 20 points in the game. Sharp now, down low, underneath, scoop pass. Harris misses the layup, and it's rebounded by Derek White. White's got it. White now driving to the basket, right against Sharp, puts it up and puts it in. Sharp's got to do a better job using his body on that play to body up against the smaller Derek White. White's got 11 points in this game. Harris now gets it over to O'Neal. O'Neal drives to the basket, puts it up and puts it in. Royce O'Neal puts it in, 71-45. Grant Williams steps up, puts it up, puts it in. Are they going to count the basket? Are they going to count the basket with 2:51 to go in the second quarter? I don't know if they're going to count the basket on that one. I don't know if they're going to count the basket or what kind of call they're going to give it. I don't know. Maybe it could be an offensive foul on Grant Williams. We're going to go to timeout, though. Nets are starting to shoot the ball a little bit better now in the second quarter. Harris has got 9 points. He's 3 for 3. He's got the hot hand from the three-point line. Out of everybody right now, Joe Harris is 3 for 4 on the three-point line. He's the guy I try to get that ball to behind the arc. So I would try to get that. If Joe Harris is wide open from the three-point line, I'm getting the ball to him. I'm getting the ball to Joey Buckets. You can't take away his three-point shooting when he's playing this well. So hopefully the Nets are going to get the ball to him when he's open from that three-point line. And we're at commercial break right now. Nets are still trailing by a lot. There you go. Raphael, you just got a new sub too, bro. Appreciate you subbing up to Raphael Chassin, Jorge. Thank you so much for doing that, man. Appreciate that. Raphael's a great dude, great guy. Always appreciate, the work that he does. And he also is just very well educated when it comes to the NFL, the NBA even. He's very good when it comes to wrestling. He's just a stand-up, very good guy. So appreciate you doing that for him. And I'm sure Raphael was absolutely much appreciated by that too. Thank you. So we're at commercial right now. The Nets are now shooting at least 46% from the field. They're still shooting an abysmal 33% from the three-point line, but it's not as bad as it was before. Boston is still shooting about 65% from the field, but 58% from the three-point line. That's where that's what we're losing right now. We're also getting out-rebounded by a lot. We're getting out-rebounded 26-11. And you can't win these games if you're getting out-rebounded by that much. So, Nets have got to do a better job on the boards. We've got to do a much better job on the boards. We cannot win if we're going to get out-rebounded by as much as we are. 26-11. I mean, Robert Williams, I think he's got a double-double already. Yeah, Robert Williams still has 10 points and 8 rebounds. Tatum's got 20 and 6. I mean, Celtics already have 4 players in double figures. Defense has got to play better. You got to do a better job against the three-point line. And you got to do a better job in terms of your overall rebounding. You're not winning these games if you can't rebound. So, showing a statue right now of the legendary Bill Russell. Absolutely well-deserved. There you go. Here's a question for you, Raphael, if you're still in the chat, from Jorge. Brown now with the shot. Jump shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by the Nets. O'Neal now hands it off to Irving. Irving now on the outside, guarded by Robert Williams. Irving gets it over to O'Neal. O'Neal now to Harris. Three-point shot. No good. Off the back rim. Rebounded by Derek White. White's got it now. White gets it over to Horford. Horford guarded by Claxton. Gets over to Robert Williams. 2:15 to go in the second quarter. Jaylen Brown's got it at the top of the key. Guarded by Nicolas Claxton. Three-point shot. Off the back rim. No good. Rebounded. Knocked over towards Royce O'Neal. Sharp almost got it, but he knocked over to O'Neal. O'Neal's got it now. Guarded by Robert Williams. Gets it over on the outside to Irving. Irving now gets it over. Three-point shot by O'Neal. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Sharp. Blocked by Tatum. Horford's got it now. Horford gets it over to Tatum. Puts it up. Throws it up literally in the air. And it's dunked home by Robert Williams. 73-45. The Nets have Claxton and Sharp out there again on the offensive side, but still not enough to stop that offensive rebounding by Boston. Claxton has now got it. Claxton hands it off to Harris. Harris gets it over to O'Neal. Three-point shot by Royce O'Neal off the back rim. Rebounded by Horford. Even with Sharp and Claxton, Celtics are still out-rebounding the Nets. Tatum's got it now. Guarded by Irving. Tatum gets on the outside. Horford and Robert Williams now over to Brown. Knocked out of bounds by the Nets. Off of Joe Harris. And it's going to be Celtics ball with 1:03 to go in the second quarter. Harris knocked it out of bounds. It's going to be Celtic ball. Celtics are going to take it out of bounds. Three-point shot. Horford knocks it from the opposite side after they inbounded. And Celtics now take a 31-point lead, 76-45, with under a minute to go. Irving's got it now. Guarded, picked up now by Tatum. Puts it up, off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by Horford. Gets it over now to Derek White. 43 seconds to go in the first half. Tatum's got it now. Guarded by Sharp. Tatum, three-point shot. Is good. Tatum knocks it down from the three-point line. The Celtics are back up by 34 points. 79-45. Irving's got it now. Gets it over to a three-point shot by O'Neal. Off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Derek White. White now gets it over to Tatum. Tatum with 18 seconds to go. Guarded by O'Neal. 15 seconds now. Celtics are up huge. 34-point lead by Boston. 4 seconds to go on the shot clock. 3. Tatum now trying to drive to the basket. And it's going to be a shot clock violation on the Boston Celtics. He's looking for a foul on the play. Shot clock violation on Boston with 1.4 seconds to go on the clock. O'Neal's just going to inbound it. Inbounds the ball, and it's going to be the end of the first half. And the Nets got absolutely shellacked in that first half. Absolutely shellacked. Because I'm a fan, bro. And I was laughing at you guys when you couldn't beat the Lakers, so. Boston just absolutely laid the wood to the Brooklyn Nets. Absolutely laid the wood to them. 79-45. So, just a terrible first half for the Brooklyn Nets. Just terrible. You can't dispute it. It was just a terrible first half for Brooklyn, and Boston was incredible. Nets actually tried to have two power forward / centers out there on the court, and it didn't work. It actually backfired in their face. It backfired in their face because they can't guard the outside on the three-point line. So Boston was led in the game by Jayson Tatum, who had 23 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. He had a block shot in 17 minutes. He shot 9 of 12 from the field, 5 of 7 from the three-point line. Jaylen Brown had 15 points, 20 minutes, 5 of 9 from the field, 4 of 6 from the three-point line, 1 for 3 from the free throw line. He had 3 assists and 2 rebounds. Robert Williams, 12 points, 9 rebounds. He had a block shot. And he had 13 minutes overall, 6 of 7 from the field, 4 offensive rebounds for Robert Williams too. So the bench, Cornette had 5 points off the bench in 4 minutes. Brogdon has 5 points off the bench and 4 assists. Pritchard had a 2-point shot. Derek White had 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. So in 20 minutes, it was ugly. It was absolutely ugly. And in terms of the Nets, I mean, I don't even know who really played well in that first half for the Nets. I can't name anybody. I really don't know anybody on that Nets team that played well in that first half. I don't. I think everybody sucked in that first half. We did. That's fine, and we beat you guys 9 straight games. Doesn't matter. We beat you guys all the time. Yeah, and it's expected the same thing when we play against you guys. We kick your ass all the time, so what's your point? But Nets were led by Kyrie Irving. He had 11 points in the game so far, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. He turned the ball over twice. He was 5 of 13 from the field. He did not shoot well at all in the first half. 21 minutes. Irving was not that good in the first half. He missed some big shots. After that, Cam Thomas off the bench. He actually played pretty well when he got his opportunity. 10 points in 9 minutes. 4 of 5 from the field. 1 of 2 from the three-point line. 1 rebound overall. In terms of other guys, Royce O'Neal, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in 18 minutes, 2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 6 from the three-point line. That's unacceptable. Irving was also 1 of 6 from the three-point line. Joe Harris, 9 points, 5 in 15 minutes, 3 of 6 from the field, 3 for 5 from the three-point line. He had 1 assist, 2 rebounds. Harris was probably the best one in terms of shooting overall besides Cam Thomas. Seth Curry, he didn't really do much in that first quarter too. 4 points overall, 2 of 5 shooting, 0 for 2 from the field, 1 assist overall in 16 minutes. And Nicolas Claxton, the center position for the Brooklyn Nets, was non-existent. This might have been the worst half I've seen Claxton have in a while with the Brooklyn Nets. 3 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 of 3 for the field. Claxton is getting completely outplayed by Robert Williams. Robert Williams dominating him on the offensive side and the defensive side. It's pretty brutal. We're not a good matchup. We're not a good matchup when it comes to Boston. Boston's just a good matchup against the Nets. What do you want me to say? Nets don't match up well against Boston. They don't. It's just facts. We don't match up well against Boston. So, but yeah, I mean that was brutal. It was brutal. So I'm trying to think of the words to say, but there's really nothing to say about how bad that first half was. I mean, this reminds me so much of the Suns game. This reminds me of the Suns game right now when the Nets were getting absolutely destroyed on that Sun at I think it was like a Wednesday night, I believe, or Thursday. No, it was the Thursday night a couple of weeks ago when the Nets played against the Suns and they got absolutely shellacked in that first half and they were getting dismantled overall. And then they were eventually able to chip it away, and cut it down to single digits in the late third, early fourth quarter until eventually they broke down. They just couldn't pick it up towards the end. So, I mean, it's Nets got to do better shooting. They got to do a better job in terms of defense. They need to do a better job overall on the court. They embarrassed themselves in that first half. So what can you do? Little wrestling news. AEW is doing house shows soon. That's awesome to hear. Thank you for doing that, Juice. Appreciate that. I wouldn't be surprised if we go after John Collins. I know they're the better team than the Suns. I'm not expecting it, but you never know. You never know. I mean, I'm not going to make an excuse that the Nets are just losing because of the fact that Kevin Durant's not playing. I don't think it would have mattered. Kevin Durant's going to help, but I don't think what's going to matter. So at least the Nets are still number 4 in the standings. Yeah, but we need Kevin Durant back. The Nets need Kevin Durant back out there on offense because this is my problem, and this is why I can't go crazy about the Nets. You know, about Day'Ron Sharpe and Cam Thomas and these guys playing well against the Los Angeles Lakers on Monday night. Remember, the Lakers are not a good team, and they didn't have either LeBron James or Anthony Davis. You're expected to go out there and beat a team you're better than. So I'm not going to go out there and throw roses and bouquets to a Nets team that should have been able to dismantle a Los Angeles Lakers team that's not that good. So, I mean, what do you want me to say? The Nets have just been brutal tonight. They have been brutal. It's a brutal first half. Just to up you guys the date on some of the out-of-town scoreboard right now over at the half. The Philadelphia 76ers with 4:33 to go in the third quarter. They right now lead the Orlando Magic 73-68. The Memphis Grizzlies right now lead the Portland Trailblazers 79-71, 4:37 to go in the third quarter. The Houston Rockets lead the Oklahoma City Thunder 40-31 with 9:37 to go in the second quarter. The Minnesota Timberwolves lead the Golden State Warriors with 9:44 to go in the second quarter, 40-37. The San Antonio Spurs and Sacramento Kings are tied at 37 with 8:55 to go in the second. The Washington Wizards and Detroit Pistons are officially postponed now due to inclement weather. The Toronto Raptors will travel down to the Utah to take on the Jazz at 9 p.m. And the Atlanta Hawks will travel to Phoenix at 10 p.m. The second half of this doubleheader on ESPN at 10 p.m. I'm going to take a short little break. I'll be right back with you guys in a little bit before we get ready for the start of the second half. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I just want to go get some more water. Appreciate you guys waiting patiently. Let's see. Knicks are at number 7, 2 games over 500. That's what Jorge says. That is true. Fuck the you-know-what. Almighty saying bum-ass Nets. Right now, they look like a bum-ass team. LT, what's going on, LT? Thank you so much for coming by the live stream, LT. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday overall, too. Magic are going to be a nice team. I agree with that, Almighty. They got some good young players. In an 82-game schedule, you're doing to have this games like this. Yeah, I know. Why is Antonio Brown trending now, Juice? What did Antonio Brown do now? Actually, you know what? I don't even want to know what Antonio Brown is doing. So I'm afraid to ask. Almighty, you might want to hear this one, bro. Apparently, Cam Reddish expects to be traded. So it sounds like that Cam Reddish is going to be traded from the Knicks. So be on the lookout, Almighty Finesse. So it sounds like that the Knicks are going to probably trade Cam Reddish in the near future. So just be on the lookout, and maybe he could be included in one of those trade packages for an OG Anunoby or one of those guys. So just be on the lookout for that one. That sounds like that he's going to be traded away in the near future. Let's see. Catch up from the comments. Exactly, Jeff. Yep. Last time I checked, why he was, I saw abs, ahem, so I would just won't. Yeah. Don't even bother, Juice. It's probably something ridiculous. Or it could have something to do with Tom Brady's retirement. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's trending because of that. Third retirement. Let's see how long that lasts. Well, isn't his second retirement? Isn't this his second retirement or his first? Because he retired originally. He didn't really retire with the Bucks. I don't want Antonio Brown, bro. No. A, distraction. B, he's not the same Antonio Brown he was about 5-10 years ago. No, I don't want Antonio Brown, bro. I want a young receiver. I'll pass. Hard pass on Antonio Brown. Let's see. Just getting ready for the start of the second quarter, the second half. So, and Jesus, you're going to start hearing a lot of rumors coming out around the NBA too. In fact, there's already a lot of hot and heavy rumors coming out around the NBA. The closer we get to the NBA trade deadline, the closer you're going to start hearing a lot of these rumors flying around all over the place. So. I can't. Why would you do that, Almighty? Why would you have to say Antonio Brown, bro? That's going to strike a nerve. We brought Antonio in for a workout. Told him don't cause I seen. Yeah, exactly. Just give me OG on the Knicks. But you're going to have to give away a lot of your young players and some draft picks. Kiss Tom Brady is like a kiss farewell tour. Yeah. Hopefully, I think this time he's actually going to be gone for good. It just keeps going. No, he's done. I think Brady's actually going to be done at this point. He has nothing else to prove. He can finally just go off, ride off in the sunset, be done with his career, and that's it. Showing the first half stats, Brooklyn 6 for 22 from the three-point line. Boston 13 for 22. Boston out-rebounding the Knicks 31-14. Fast break points, Boston 22-1. And points in the paint 38-20. Domination by Boston all around. Dominated in fast break points, dominated in three-point shooting, dominating in points in the paint, domination. Every little aspect of this game was Boston over the Brooklyn. Just give me Brady looks like he had tears coming out in the video. Yeah, well, I mean, if you're a professional and you know it's over, you're going to cry. I mean, you're going to be upset because this is what you've known. This has pretty much been his livelihood for the past, 20 plus years of his life. I mean, he's known nothing but football. Of course he's going to be upset by it. I don't blame him for crying. I mean, when you play this long in the NFL, you're going to be upset. He's played 20-plus years in the NFL. Just getting ready for the start of the third quarter now. Brooklyn and Boston. Brooklyn has the basketball now, trailing by 34 points, 79-45. Irving's got it now. Irving gets over to O'Neal. O'Neal fakes the three-point shot outside Joe Harris. Fakes it inside, foul line shot. No good, rebounded by Derek White. White's got it now. Near the top of the key. White gets it over to Tatum. Tatum guarded by Irving. Tatum underneath. Picked up now, double team. Stolen by Curry. And it's a loose ball foul on Robert Williams. Robert Williams with the loose ball foul on Seth Curry. And it's going to be Nets basketball. I say Devontae Graham for Dylan Brooks. Maybe. We used to lead the West. How it feels like a decade ago. You can still lead the West, Juice. I wish, Jorge. I doubt it, but I wish. Curry's now got on the outside, guarded by Horford. Curry driving to the basket outside of Harris. Harris now gets it back out to Curry. Three-point shot is in and out. No good. Rebounded by Derek White. It was in the basket. Brown now's got it. Brown three-point shot, top of the key, is good. Knocks it down, 82-45. Boston is now up by 37. Royce O'Neal gets it over to Irving. Juice says, go Nuggets. Come on, Juice. Irving now gets it. Almost stolen. Picks it back up. Outside Harris, three-point shot is good. Joe Harris knocks down the three-point shot from the corner. 82-48. Brooklyn is trailing now by 34. Or 36. Brown almost loses it. Brown does lose it. Irving now down the key. Puts it up off the backboard and puts it in. Nets trail now by 32, 82-50. $10-11 to go in this third quarter. Derek White's got it now. Going on the outside by Irving. White gets it out of Tatum. Tatum three-point shot off the back rim. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Irving's got it. Gets out to Harris. Three-point shot. No good, in and out. Rebounded by Claxton. O'Neal with the three-point shot. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Derek White. Consecutive three-point shots in and out. Tatum now. Down low to Robert Williams. Out to Horford. Back low to Robert Williams. Guarded by Claxton, by O'Neal. Puts it up. Puts it in. Robert Williams puts the basket in. 84-50. Celtics up by 34. Under 9:30 to go in the third quarter. Robert Williams, 14 points, 8 rebounds. Claxton's got it now. Claxton drives the basket, puts it up, misses the layup, but it's a foul on the play, and it's going to be a foul on Al Horford. You ever thought about putting up a scoreboard? I wish I knew how to do it. If I knew how to do it, no Mets, I would do it. I just don't. I'm still learning how to do that stuff, but I'm gonna figure out how to do that soon. That's one of my goals, is to learn how to put a scoreboard up on the bottom. But thank you. That's why I keep giving the scoreboard every single second. So because I don't know how to do the scoreboard yet. Tom going to change his mind when it's his weekend with the kids. Although he might like that way he would be with his son. Yeah, that's true. Claxton puts up his first free throw and puts it in. 84-51. 9:17 to go in the third quarter. Second free throw to Claxton. Puts it up and puts it in. Claxton, it's both. That's a rare thing. 84-52. 9:15 to go in the third quarter. Tatum's now got it. Tatum now gets on the outside of White. White now to Brown. Three-point shot from the corner is good. Right in front of Seth Curry. Jaylen Brown knocks it down from the corner shot. 37-52. Brown has got 21 points now. 6 of 8 shooting from the three-point line. Harris has got it now. Harris, Curry, three-point shot is good. Seth Curry hits the three-point shot from the corner pocket. 87-55. Boston up by 22 or 32. This quarter, Boston 2 for 3 from the three-point line, 2 for 5 for the Nets. Tatum shoots, no good. Rebounded by O'Neal. Outside, Curry's got it. Curry fakes the shot. Jump shot, foul line, no good. Claxton, rebound. Down low, outside, Harris. Harris over to Irving. Curry, O'Neal. O'Neal drives it up, blocked, but it's a foul on the play, and it's going to be on Horford. And Royce O'Neal will shoot 2. O'Neal will go to the line, shooting 2 on the play. Jeff, by the record, I'm doing good. I'm just making an announcement soon. Good for you, Raphael. I'd love to hear what your announcement is going to be, bro. First free throw up is good by O'Neal, and it is now 87-56. Brooklyn down by 31. I'll make sure to tune in when your announcement comes out, bro. Second free throw up is good. 87-57. Nets cut it down to 30. Derek Whitewell with the basketball. Gets it over to Tatum. Tatum. It's knocked away, but recovered by Tatum. Gets it over to Brown. 3-point shot is good. Jaylen Brown is on freaking fire right now. Another 3-pointer. 90-57. Boston is up by 33. Irving's got it now. Irving. Guarded by Tatum. Irving driving to the basket. Puts it up. Puts it in. And the foul. Kyrie Irving puts it up and puts it in and draws the foul. A chance at a 3-point play with 7:44 to go in the third quarter. Good play by Irving. Irving at the line now, shooting a free throw. Puts it up, and it's good. 90-60. Nets are now starting to get their offense going, but their defense is just still struggling a little bit. Irving's got 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Derek White's got the ball now. White, guarded over by Curry, gets on the outside to Brown. Brown over to White. White, 3-point shot, off the side rim, rebounded by Tatum, puts it up, and dunks it home right in front of Claxton. 92-60, bad job by Claxton not picking that up. Lob down low, Claxton picks it up and puts it in. 92-62, Nets trail by 30. Derek White now slowing it down. Oh, this is for you, Raphael, if you're still in the chat from Jorge. Tatum's got over on the outside. Horford jump shot is good. Al Horford knocks down the jump shot right in front of the 3-point line. They're actually going to give him the 3. 95-62. Boston up by 33. Claxton's got it down low now. Guarded by White. Over to O'Neal. O'Neal now gets it over to Irving. Irving guarded by Horford. Irving now knocked away. Recovered by Boston. It's a loose ball foul. And it's going to be on Kyrie Irving. Should have been on Boston for knocking out of his hands and fouling him. Boston's now going to, Nets are going to take a timeout. Boston leading by 33. .6:31 to go in the third quarter. Shout out to the 5 right now in the chat. When he goes live, I'll have to ask him. Raphael, if you're still in the chat, just let Jorge Rubio know in the chat when you're going to be going live so you guys can talk soccer. Just let him know in the chat when you plan on going live. Apologize, guys. I got a little bit of a cold, so I apologize if, like, my nose is a little messed up. Make sure you guys tune in too right after the live stream ends. Depending on how long I decide to go, I will be giving you guys a BCAN game recap as always. To recap this game, really right now there's not a lot to positive to recap about the Nets. But I mean, I will give you a BCAN game recap after this game is concluded to let you know how I feel about this game overall with the Nets and the Celtics. Celtics, once again, are pretty much giving it to the Brooklyn Nets during this game. It's just been, ugly. So just be on the lookout for that. Just want to let you guys know that I will be giving a game recap after this game concludes. I might go a little bit longer as we go. The cold is going around for sure. Yeah, it's supposed to be like, I think, if you're in the tri-state area, I heard it's supposed to be like in the negative, like very low teens. I think on Friday, It's like negative temperature is supposed to happen on Friday. I'm not sure if that's true. I mean, God forbid if it is, I can't take this cold weather. God forbid, hopefully it does warm up soon. Luckily, in March is when we're finally going to see the nice weather coming. Jorge Rubio, very soon you will see. There you go. Jorge, make sure you put your notifications on for Raphael's channel so when he does go live, you'll know when to go up to his channel and go check out his content. He does great stuff. I really do appreciate what Raphael does. He's a great guy, great content creator, underrated, passionate on wrestling and sports, football as well. He's a big-time Raiders fan, does some good Raiders content, and he's very, very just a good dude. He is a good dude, so I appreciate it. Raphael, I'm looking forward to it. There you go. Raphael, he's got the notifications on, so when you go live, Jorge will be there to go check out your content. Just getting back now towards the out of the timeout. Nets have got to play a lot better. That's pretty cool. That's a really nice museum. I will say that. Tatum's now got the basketball. Gets it over down low to Robert Williams. Knocked away, and there's a foul on the play, and it looks like it's going to be on Seth Curry. Seth Curry's going to commit the foul on the play after trying to knock the ball away from Robert Williams. And it's going to be Celtics ball. I don't know if he's going to the line, though. And it looks like he will. Looks like Robert Williams is going to go to the line shooting two. Or maybe they're calling it a loose ball foul, and he's going to just take it out from the side. Is it going to be slide out of bounds, or is it going to be a loose ball foul? It's going to be a side out of bounds. So the Celtics are going to take it out from the side. They didn't call it a shooting foul. They called it just a common foul. Tatum gets it into Derek White. White now guarded by Irving at the top of the key. Derek White gets it over to Brown. Brown guarded by Curry. Brown underneath his legs. Brown puts it up. Jump shot. In off the side rim. Rebounded by Robert Williams. Blocked by Claxton. Is a foul on the play. And it's going to be against Nicolas Claxton. The Nets are just getting destroyed right now in the front court. They are getting absolutely picked apart. Absolutely picked apart in the front court in terms of rebounding. And Robert Williams is going to go to the line and shoot two. This has been just an ugly performance from the Nets in the front court. FIFA World Cup. I think I like this tournament over Standard World Cup. Seattle Sounders. Good luck. There you go. First free throw up is good for Robert Williams. 96-62. Boston is leading this game by 34 points. 6:02 left to go in the third quarter. Second free throw up is good. 97-62. Boston up by 35. 6 minutes to go. Irving's got it now. Irving gets it over to Curry. Curry now. Guarded by Robert Williams. Curry gets it on the outside to O'Neal. O'Neal gets over to Claxton. Back out to Curry. Curry. 3-point shot. No good. Air ball on the play. Out of bounds. Boston's ball. Robert Williams was there on the outside to provide the defense, and it disrupted the shot on the play. And it's going to be Celtics ball. Derek White's now got it. White on the outside, guarded by Claxton. Gets it over to Horford, wide open. Horford over to Tatum. 3-point wide open shot off the front rim. No good. Rebound by Claxton. Sumner's now, or Irving's got it now. Irving, jump shot. Good! Kyrie Irving knocks down the jump shot. 97-64, 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Brown's got it now, guarded by Harris. Gets over to Derek White. Now over to Horford. Horford over to Derek White. Three-point shot is good. Derek White knocks down the three-point shot with 5 minutes to go, and the Celtics have broke 100 in this game, 100-64. Irving's got it now. Irving puts up a shot. Is good. Kyrie Irving's now starting to heat up a little on the offensive side. 100-66. Celtics up by 34. Derek White's got it now. Guarded by Curry. Over to Horford. Horford off the back of Harris, and it's going to go past the midcourt. Recovered by Brogdon. 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. Brogdon now puts up the throw and puts it in. I don't know why the Nets weren't playing defense on that one. Didn't even show defense on the court. Puts it up, puts it in. Celtics up by 36. O'Neal now to Irving. Irving, three-point shot. Off the side, no good. Rebound by Derek White. White over to Jaylen Brown. Over to Tatum. Tatum over to Horford. Horford guarded by Claxton out to White. Tatum now. Jump shot. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Claxton. Irving's got it now. Guarded by Brogdon. O'Neal over to Harris. Harris underneath. Claxton. Claxton now. Claxton now puts up a shot off the backboard. Puts it up and in. Claxton puts it in. 102-68. 3:35 to go. Celtics are leading by 36 points. Tatum now over to Brogdon. Brogdon guarded by Claxton. Over to Brown. Three-point shot off the side rim. Rebounded by O'Neal. O'Neal's got it now. O'Neal. And it's going to be it looks like a timeout on the play. I think Boston just called a timeout. Boston looks like they just called a timeout on the play. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Timeout on the play, 102-68. Shout out to the 5 in the chat. Thank you guys all for coming by the live stream. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming by this Wednesday night edition of the NBA ESPN broadcast. Nets right now are just getting absolutely shellacked in this game. Absolutely shellacked. Boston has been playing lights out from the offensive side of the court. I mean, you can't play any better than Boston's playing right now. Derek White has 14 points and 10 rebounds. Robert Williams has got 16 points and 9 rebounds. Jayson Tatum's got 25 points and 7 rebounds. So the Celtics could realistically have 3 guys that have double-digit points and rebounds in this game. Very realistic. The Celtics are shooting 56% from the three-point range, 62% from the field. Nets are shooting an abysmal 28% from the three-point line and 43% from the field. Just a terrible shooting game by the Brooklyn Nets tonight. Just can't shake it. It's just a terrible shooting performance by the Brooklyn Nets tonight. I think you will beat the Wizards this Saturday. Yeah, I know, Arku. I know we're getting blown out. It's been ugly. Celtics have been shooting incredibly well this game, and the Nets have been shooting poorly. Plus, the defense has not played well, and we're getting absolutely destroyed on the rebounding. We're getting destroyed rebounding right now by the Boston Celtics. I hope so. We've been playing very well against the Wizards lately. We played well against the Wizards, so I hope that's the case. I think we should be able to beat the Wizards overall, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see when we get to that game on Saturday. But right now, this is pretty bad. With 3:18 to go in the third quarter, the Nets are getting absolutely picked apart. Can't shoot. Can't stop the other team from shooting. Well, and we are not playing good defense, and we are not rebounding. Yeah, I mean, Boston is just a bad matchup for the Nets. Plain and simple. We don't match up well with the Boston Celtics. That's pretty much it. We don't match up well with Boston. I wish I could say something else, but that's just the truth. We don't match up well with the Boston Celtics. No matter how much you shake it, we don't match up well with this team. So, am I surprised? No. Boston is pretty much a healthy team, just without what do you call it? Marcus Smart. So, I'm not surprised that we're getting our butts kicked tonight. But there's still time. The Nets are going to try to chip away and chip away and chip away. It's not looking good right now, but the Nets have got to try to chip away in this lead and hopefully cut it to a more admirable area. Harris with the ball now. Gets it over to Irving. Irving now with it. Irving gets over to Cam Thomas, who checks in. Three-point shot by Thomas. Off the back rim. Rebounded by Cornette. Tatum now with it. Gets over to Brogdon. Brogdon now. Over back to Cornette. Cornette to Brown. Brown now. Oh, drives the basket. Alley-oops it. Out of bounds. And it's going to be Nets basketball. He tried the alley-oop to Tatum, but threw it behind him on that play. And it's going to be Nets basketball. Irving now with it. Nets trail by 36, 102-68. 2:45 to go. Harris now with it. Go over to Brogdon. Or gets over to Irving. Irving guarded by Brogdon. Gets over to Sharp now. Sharp checks in for Claxton. Sharp down low, and he dunks it home. Daron Sharp dunks the ball home, 102-70. 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Brogdon's got it now. Brogdon gets it over to Brown. Back to Brogdon. Guarded by Harris. Brogdon over to Derek White. Three-point shot. In and out, no good. Rebounded by O'Neal. Or Markieff Morris is in the game now. Gets it over to Cam Thomas. Thomas now. Pick play by Sharp. Thomas on the outside. Gets it over to Morris. Morris now guarded by Brown. Down low to Sharp. Guarded by Cornette. Sharp. Hook shot. In and out. No good. Rebounded by the Nets. Or rebounded by Celtics. Brown's got it. Three-point shot. No good. Over the backboard. And it's going to be out of bounds and Nets basketball. Jaylen Brown misses the three-point shot. And it looks like it's going to be... But you are number 4 at least, so that means that the players will start. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Irving's got it now, guarded by Brogdon, now picked up by Derek White, or Cam Thomas, I mean. Thomas on the outside gets it over, three-point shot, off the middle of the rim, Patty Mills, and it's rebounded by the Celtics. Outside pass, fakes the shot, gets over to Tatum, three-point shot is good from the top of the key. Jayson Tatum knocks down the three-point shot with 1:13 to go, 105-70, Celtics up by 35. Tatum's got 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. There's a bounce pass, bad communication, picked up, Brown now drives the basket, puts it up, no good, but there's a foul on the play. It's going to go on Daron Sharp, on Jaylen Brown after the turnover. And Brown's going to go to the line shooting 2. First free throw up for Jaylen Brown is good. 106-70. Boston is up by 36 with 7 seconds to go. Second free throw up is good. And Boston now leads by 37. Thomas now with the basketball. Thomas over the front court, guarded by Brown. Thomas gets it over to Sharp. Sharp gets it back over to Thomas. Thomas guarded by Cornette. Step back, three-point shot. Off the rim, no good. And it looks like there's a foul on the play. And it's going to go against Luke Cornette. And it looks like it might be from the three-point variety. So it looks like Cam Thomas might actually shoot three free throws. Try saying that 10 times. Try saying that 3 times in a row. Also, there's still time to improve your position. Plus, you have trade coming up. Yeah. Thomas, 11 minutes, 10 points. First free throw up is no good, in and out. Thomas getting ready for a second free throw. Puts it up. Is good. It's 107-71. 40.2 seconds to go in the third quarter. Third free throw is good. He hits 2 out of 3, 107-72, 40.2 seconds. Tatum's got it now. Tatum going over on the outside. Brown, three-point shot. No good, in and out. Rebounded by Morris. Gets it out to Mills. Mills now. Gets it down low. Sharp outside. Three-point shot. Air ball by Thomas. Rebounded by Tatum. And the Celtics are like they're going to hold for one last shot. One last shot for the Celtics. 10 seconds to go in third quarter. Big play by three-point shot by Tatum, and he hinks it. Jayson Tatum knocks down the three. Turnover by the Nets. Celtics are going to, and the clock is going to run out, and that's the end of the third quarter with the score 110-72. The Celtics lead by 38. What do you want me to say? That's true. That's true, Jorge. I don't blame you for being pissed about the Thunder tonight, bro. I would be mad too. You guys should take care of the Rockets. That's a game you guys should win. That's a game you guys should win. So I don't blame you for getting pissed off. I mean, is it because your guys are just not performing? Is like because the Rockets are just playing well defensively? Are you not shooting the ball well? Is your defense not playing well? Why are you guys playing so poorly tonight against the Rockets? It's got to be a reason. It's got to be a reason why you guys are playing so poorly tonight. Because I mean, a lot of us pegged you guys to handle your business against that team. I'm actually surprised you guys are losing tonight. But yeah, that was actually worse than I could have expected. Worse. That was a brutal quarter. Kyrie's actually shooting 50% from the field. That's not terrible. I thought it was a lot worse, but it's actually not that bad. It's just the Nets are just getting destroyed in the rebounding game. They're getting out-rebounded by 18. This is the one thing about the Celtics. They're just a more physical team on the front court. This is the one thing I worried about the Celtics is they're just a more physical team in the front court. And the Nets wouldn't be able to handle it. That's exactly happening right now is the Nets are not able to handle this Boston team. So we'll have to wait and see. But right now, it's pretty ugly. Pretty ugly as we get ready for the start of the fourth quarter soon. Steph Curry's a monster. Seth's older brother is so good. What a three-point. They just showed a replay of the play he just had. NBA fan. This is a beauty of the 82-game schedule. Losing sucks, but at least it's not like losing when you only have 17 games. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Plus, the NBA offseason is not as long as the NFL long offseason. When your team is done in the NFL, or when your team is bad, when you have an NFL team that's bad during the regular season, it's a long time until you get ready for the next season. It could be like 10 months. If your team is bad, you might not see a relevant football season until like 10 months later. That's a long time. So I hear you. The NBA, at least the offseason, is not that bad. I mean, the season essentially ends in June, like late May, early June. You have July, August, September, and then the season starts back up in October. So you have like a 3-month layoff between the NBA. Baseball, I mean, the season goes from March until October. So you have, actually now it goes in November, the early November. So you have, like most of November, December, January, February before you start it up again. Start of the fourth quarter, Brogdon's got it now for the Celtics. Gets it outside, Cornet. Cornet now over to Pritchard. Pritchard over to Hauser. Hauser checks in the game. Pritchard now. Guarded by Watanabe. Pritchard gets it over to Cornet. Outside to Grant Williams. Fakes it. Three-point shot is good. And the Celtics now have a 41-point lead in this game. Celtics lead by 41 now. 113-72. I'm expecting the Nets just play their backups in most of this quarter unless they really come back. Sharp now. Drives the basket, puts it up, and puts it in. Day'Ron Sharp dunks it in. 113-74. Brogdon now with it. Brogdon gets on the outside of Grant Williams. Outside now to Pritchard. Pritchard back down low, and he dunks it home. Not good defense by the Nets. Cornet just dunks it on 115-104. Morris now has it. Guarded by Hauser. Gets it over to Sharp. Sharp hands it off to Mills. Mills now with the ball. Mills gets it down low to Sharp. Pick and roll play, and Sharp with another dunk. And it's now 115-176. Sharp's now got 11 points in this game. Or 9 points. Outside, wide open three-point shot. Grant Williams misses it. Rebounded by Sharp. Now you get to see what these young players can do. Cam Thomas has got it now. Thomas, jump shot. Off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by the Celtics. Pass down low. Cornet puts it up. No good. There's a foul on the play, and it looks like it's going to be on Patty Mills. So it sounds like it looks like the Nets just straight up gave up in this one. NASCAR starts in mid-February and ends in early November. Yeah, it's a long season too with NASCAR as well. I agree. Cornet at the line, shooting two. First one up. Off the back of the rim, no good. 10-14 to go in this game. Celtics cruising right now, up by 39. Second free throw up. It's good. Celtics up by 40. 10-10 to go. Mills with it. Off the foot of Pritchard, and it's going to be out of bounds. Nets basketball. Kick ball by the Celtics. Morris gets it over to Cam Thomas. Thomas now on the outside. Gets it over to Morris. Morris guarded by Hauser. Morris, jump back shot. Off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by Sharp. Blocked by Grant Williams. And it's going to be picked up by Williams on the play. Pritchard's now got it. Pritchard gets it over to Grant Williams. Over to Brogdon. Guarded by Sharp. Three-point shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Nets. Thomas is with it. Thomas driving to the basket. Off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brogdon's got it. Brogdon gets it over to Pritchard. Three-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Cornet. And it's going to be off their hands. It's going to be Nets basketball. Stolen by Brogdon. Brogdon with a three-point shot. It's good. Celtics up by 43 now. 119-76, and the Nets call a timeout. 9-10 to go in the fourth quarter. This is destruction. Celtics are now leading this game by 43 points. Oh. Holy bleep. Holy bleep. What an embarrassment tonight. I mean, you can't get any worse. You cannot get any worse than how this game has been tonight for the Brooklyn Nets. It's like they didn't even bother to show up tonight. It's like they did not even bother to show up tonight. In fact, I'm looking at the plus minus right now. Only one player, actually only two players on the Nets is under double digits in minuses right now. Every player on this team is in minus right now. If you go by that. Edmund Sumner, who's played 3 minutes, is at a -1. And Markieff Morris, who's played in 6 minutes, has a -9. Everybody else, Royce O'Neal, -29. Joe Harris, -23. Nicolas Claxton, -27. Kyrie Irving, -31. Seth Curry, -24. Yuta Watanabe, -12. Day'Ron Sharp, -26. Patty Mills, -13. Cam Thomas, -20. While you look at the Boston side, Jayson Tatum, +46. Al Horford, +37. Robert Williams, +22. Derek White, +34. Jaylen Brown, +35. Grant Williams, +5. Steve Hauser, +5. Luke Cornett, +10. Malcolm Brogdon, +13. Peyton Pritchard, +8. You want to go by the plus minus, that explains it right there why this game is just absolutely a nightmare. I hope the coach chooses them a new asshole. Yeah, well, I mean, I'd love to see that. I hope he does. I'd love to see that. Because this team needs to get their, chewed up after this performance. It seems like a little bit this team just didn't show. I mean, the Celtics have shot the lights out. Sometimes they're just, one team doesn't shoot well and the other team does shoot well. Celtics have shot the lights out in this game, and they shot 59% from the field. Celtics have shot 52%. The Nets just don't have it tonight in terms of shooting. They're not shooting well. They're not rebounding at all. They're not defending. They're not doing anything well right now. The Nets have not done anything well from the court tonight. The only thing they've done well is they haven't turned the ball over. They only turned it over 5 times, so that really hasn't helped them out at all. I mean, even the assists are not that far. It's just the shooting. They haven't shot well. They're not defending well, and they're getting out-rebounded. That's been the biggest issue with the Nets tonight. They're just getting beat on like the easiest concepts in this game. So it makes that Lakers game not look like, it makes that Lakers game just look like what the hell. And that's what's making me pissed off too. They're just sitting there laughing on the bench. Celtics are laughing at the Nets. That's what makes me mad. Cam Thomas now with it, gets it over to Yuta Watanabe. Watanabe drives the basket, blocked by Cornett. Celtics are literally laughing right now at the Nets. And Watanabe is going to go to the line. They called a foul on Luke Cornett. First free throw up is good. 119-77.
I got it.
I'm not in a good mood right now, Mitch, because the Nets are just being destroyed.
I'm not saying anything.
And there's another free throw. It's good. So do you think that Kyrie going to make 31 points? What's going on, Chirax? Thank you for coming by the live stream. At this point, I don't even care.
Yep, he came from my stream. So.
I don't even care if Kyrie Irving gets 31 points because the Nets are getting embarrassed right now. Pritchard for 3, off the back rim, rebounded by Cornett, picked up though by Sharp on the loose ball.
Oh, no. Don't do it.
There's a rebound, block shot off the backboard, rebounded by the Celtics. Yes, halftime. There's a 3-point shot by Grant Williams, and it's good. Another 3, 122-78. The Nets are losing by 44.
You called it, though, Jeff. You called it.
Oh,
you called the game, and you're mad about it. How?
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
I'm not
saying it's going to be an out of bounds, side out of bounds. It's going to be Celtics ball. I didn't know if they were going to win this game, but I didn't think they'd get embarrassed. They're getting thoroughly embarrassed right now by Boston. This is just like, this is not even fun. This is not even fun. Watanabe gets it on the outside, 3-point shot, in and out, rebounded by Boston. That was Mills. He's done nothing since he's come in the game. Hauser gets it over to Pritchard, over to Grant Williams, outside. Hauser, 3-point shot. It's good. Another 3-point shot. Celtics now 125-78. The Nets are trailing by 47. There's a step-back 3-point shot. No good. Off the front rim. Rebounded by Boston. They're just emptying their bench now. Lays it up. Down low. Dunked by Cornett. 127-78. The Celtics are now winning by 49. Watanabe with it. Gets on the outside to Sumner. Sumner now. Guarding over. Damon Sharp. Sharp now at the top of the key. Gets it over to Cam Thomas. Thomas now drives it. Puts up a shot. Off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by the Celtics. Pritchard's got it now. Pritchard gets it over to Hauser. 3-point shot, top of the key. No good. Rebounded by the Nets. Thank God, because I didn't want to go down by 50. So Nets have the basketball now.
Wait,
There's a foul on Pritchard.
halftime, you want to hear something?
Sure.
Guess how many we got on Facebook total?
How many?
6.9.
Holy shit. 6.9? 69. Oh, that's a funny number.
And there's a timeout on the play. And 7:02 to go in this fourth quarter. And the Nets are getting destroyed right now. 49 points. This is the worst. This might be the worst basketball game I've seen this team play.
I didn't think it would be like this. I thought you would lose by like 10 at most.
This is like, honestly, this is like watching the Giants and the Eagles. It's a team that's just completely outclassing you, and that's what Boston's doing. They're outclassing the Nets. And I don't even give a damn if Kevin Durant was playing this game. I don't even know if we'd win. The Nets are getting absolutely just shellacked. This is like watching the Giants and the Eagles in 2 out of the 3 games.
Yeah.
We're pretty good on that stream.
Huh?
Pretty good on that 76er stream that we just got done.
How'd you do? I think you got more than me.
I got 20.
I got 62.
Yeah, I only got 20. But
Make sure you guys go sub up to Philly Halftime and Mitch Kofsky as well. They're 76ers fans. So they're riding high. These guys are riding high right now. Philadelphia sports, you can't do no wrong. The Sixers the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. The Phillies were just in the World Series, and the Sixers are one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference.
But
New York,
Seth came from my Facebook, so he came from my Facebook. Shout out to both of us. I sent him here to Hardcore Sports. So.
Appreciate that, Shy Rocks. Make sure you hit the sub button. Make sure you sub up to NYG Jeffy T85, and you can sit here and watch me being pain during this live stream, because that's exactly what I feel. Just absolute pain right now watching this. It's like maybe I'm becoming like a curse to this team every time I live stream the Nets. I'm so sick of this. It's just yeah, we're getting our asses kicked, bro. We are getting our asses kicked by 49 points. The Celtics have not missed. We have been missing. We can't play defense, and we can't rebound. That's the story of this basketball game tonight. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong for the Brooklyn Nets tonight. Especially against the team who, as our division rivals, has owned us the entire time. They have owned us all season. It's just, I don't even know what to say anymore. At this point, just get the game over with, please. I can't take. No, the coach has actually done a very good job. It's just they're just having one of these games where they can't do anything right, and Boston's doing everything right. We're just not. We don't match up well. Philly halftime, we don't match up well against Boston. They know what to do against us. We don't match
they just
up well
couldn't make a bucket. It happens.
We can't make a bucket. We can't defend. We can't rebound.
Huh?
I said the 76ers couldn't do it Monday.
Yep. Welcome to
Boston
NBA.
is shooting right now. Boston is shooting 59% from the field and 52% from the three-point line, and we're shooting 23% from the three-point line and 39% from the field. And we're getting out-rebounded by 23. Thomas has got the basketball now as we come out of the break. Sharp's got it, guarded by Hauser. Hands it off. Mills now over to Thomas. That was Sumner before. Gets it over to Mills. Mills now. Driving to the basket, puts it up, and it's going to be put in, and Patty Mills is finally on the scoreboard. 127-80. Cornette now gets it over to Pritchard, guarded on the outside by Thomas. Pritchard now gets it over to, I don't even know who that guy is, to be honest.
Who?
I honestly don't even know who that is. Jackson, one of the young players, is blocked away. It's out of bounds. It's going to be on the cell. It's going to be out of bounds. Nets ball. Jackson, that's who's in the game now for the Celtics. Sumner now, they pretty much emptied their bench. Sumner for three. Off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by the Celtics. Hauser's got it now. Hauser down low to Cornette. Bounce pass. Outside. Pritchard. Over to Cornette. Three-point shot. In and out. No good. Rebounded by the Nets. Thomas now. Outside. Three-point shot. Watanabe. No good. Rebounded by Jackson. Pritchard's got it now. I think Blake Griffin's actually in the game now. Yeah, Blake Griffin's in now. Pritchard's got it now. Pritchard outside to Griffin. Griffin over to Hauser. Hauser outside over to Griffin. Back over, takes a three-point shot. No good, air ball, rebounded by Sharp. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Hands it off to Thomas. Thomas now, guarded by Pritchard. Thomas, jump shot, 16-foot, is good. 127-82. Nets trailing by 45. We're on the way to the comeback. I'm just joking, by the way. Nobody take me seriously. Pritchard's got the ball now. Pritchard, guarded on the outside by Thomas. Pritchard, bounce pass, outside. Hauser, three-point shot, top of the key. No good, off the rim, rebounded by the Nets. This is just going to make the game closer because Celtics now can't hit a shot. Thomas now got it. Three-point shot, top of the key. No good, rebounded by Blake Griffin. Griffin now, bounce pass, Pritchard. 4:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Pritchard outside, rebound, gets it over, knocked away, stolen by Watanabe. Watanabe driving to the basket, off the backboard, no good. Put back, though, by Cam Thomas and the foul.
So you knew Shy was a girl, right?
Huh? Oh.
You said she's a girl. I'm like, you know she's a girl, right?
Yeah. I guess it said he before. I don't know. But halftime. From the stream we did Monday, it did great. Over 200.
Yeah.
This one,
is
70.
Good.
It just happens.
It's crazy.
It just happens.
27-83. 4:38 to go. Second one up is good. Nets trail by 43. Pritchard's got it now. It's over the foul line, guarded by Mills. Pritchard at the top of the key. Pritchard gets it on the outside. Cornette, Hauser, three-point shot. They're just chucking up threes at this point. So the Nets are going to probably make it closer. Sharp makes it, gets it over to Thomas. After the rebound by Sharp. Thomas now gets it down low. Rebound, gets it by Sharp. Back outside of Thomas. Thomas now gets it over to Watanabe. Watanabe, three-point shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Hauser. Now back over to Pritchard. Pritchard now, three-point shot. It looks like it's going to be a foul. I think it's on Boston. I think it's on the Nets. Foul down low against Brooklyn. Against Blake Griffin. And the Celtics are going to do a side out now. Thank you for the least, the 11 in the chat.
Now?
Yeah, Griffin's pretty much a guy that's not even playing. Right to the basket, puts it up and puts it in. Jackson puts it in, and it's 129-84. Nets trailing by 45. Mills gets it over now to Sumner. Sumner gets it over to Thomas now. Back down to Sharp. Sharp now. Down low, knocked away. Mills recovers. Jump shot is good. Nice shot by Patty Mills. 129-86. 3:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Celtics are up by 43. Pritchard's got it now. Three-point shot by Pritchard. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Day'Ron Sharp. Sharp's going to get his stats up, though. That's just nice.
Oh, Jeff, I figured out the issue with the Twitch thing.
Mills got it underneath Thomas and puts it up and puts it in, and the foul. 129-88.
I figured out the issue, Jeff.
What's that?
You told me that Mac and Adam were doing a call-in.
Yes.
So they put the link in, and then since we're both on Twitch, it showed us the link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense why I would do that. Free throw up is good. 132-89.
Yeah, it makes sense. So now that I know.
$129-89. Nets trail by 40. Now they trail by 43. Hauser nails a three-point shot. 132-89. Celtics lead. Thomas with the basketball. Jump shot by Thomas is good. Nice shot by Cam Thomas. 132-91. 2:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Hauser with it. Guarded on the outside by Mills. Griffin with it now. Hands it off to Pritchard. Pritchard guarded by Watanabe. Gets it on the outside. Jackson. Jackson now to Cornette. Cornette guarded by Sharp. Bounce pass. Blake Griffin now. Knocked away out of his hands. Stolen by the Nets. Recovered by Watanabe. Watanabe outside. Sumner, three-point shot is good. And the Nets cut it to a 38-point game, 132-94. About 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Bad is Griffin anymore that he's on the bench.
He's just got nothing left. Griffin's just pretty much just. I think he's just trying championship chasing. And Hauser puts up a layup. It's good. 134-94. Griffin, I think, just wants a championship at this point. Yeah, I think if he wins a championship, then he's going to retire. Thomas puts it up. No good. Rebounded by the Celtics. 1:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Outside, Pritchard's got it now. Pritchard underneath, gets it to Cornette and dunks it home. 136-94, 133 to go. Celtics up by 42.
Just stop in and say what's up, Jeff. I'm
that.
Out.
Thank you,
And just Super Bowl. Go Birds!
That was not me.
Shot up, no good. Rebounded by the Celtics, and Watanabe looks like he got hurt. Three-point shot by Hauser. No good. In and out. Rebounded by the Nets. Watanabe looks like he's a little hurt now.
Oh, damn.
Pritchard, three-point shot is good. Peyton Pritchard knocks it down for three. 139-94. Sharp's now got it. Sharp driving to the basket. Outside. Watanabe's grabbing it. Watanabe's jump shot, 16-foot, is good. 139-96. Nets trail by 43. Under a minute to go in this fourth quarter. Pritchard's now got it. Celtics are pretty much draining out the clock. And they're just going to get they're just going to allow the shot clock to run out. So the Nets are going to get one possession left pretty much. But either way, this is an embarrassing effort tonight by the Nets. Well, that's good. At least your team was able to respond tonight. So, I mean, if you're a Thunder fan, you should be very happy. But this is going to be it. Thank you all, eight people in the chat watching me just sit here and just shake my head like, what the hell is this performance tonight by the Nets? I mean, I don't even know what to say. I really don't even know what to say. Shot clock violation on the Nets. 3 seconds to go, and just run out the clock. And the final score, 139-96. The Nets lose by 43 points. 43-point loss.
I did not expect that.
The Nets got absolutely, thoroughly outclassed, outbeaten. It was ugly when the game went going. It was ugly
right away.
Quarter. Right away, it got ugly. Right away.
Oh, damn. Right away. Fuck.
Honestly, the Celtics got off to like a 20-point lead immediately. They were hitting shots. We couldn't hit anything. It was 24-3 at one point. 24-3.
I guess it was just a hot night for them.
Yeah, well, this team plays up to this team just knows how to play against the Nets when we get to this point. Good win, but there's still a lot of work, and this isn't the end game we want, Banner 18. Yeah, I know that you're on end goal. You guys want to get back to the NBA Finals after what happened last year. So I know what you guys are looking for. You're looking for that championship. But yeah, this was an absolutely disappointing loss for the Nets tonight. And I don't give a damn. I do not give a god damn what the Nets did against Los Angeles and New York.
I wouldn't either.
The Boston Celtics are not Los Angeles and they're not New York. The Nets got absolutely thoroughly outclassed by a team that is just better than them. Now, I know Kevin Durant did not play. That's a difference. When you don't have your best player out there, obviously it's going to make a difference in these games. But either way, the Nets just got absolutely outclassed by a better team. Now, if you guys, I'll stay on the stream a little bit long. I'll stay on the stream longer. After the stream is over, I'll do a BKN game recap. But I'm not going to go over stats or anything like that. I'll do that in my recap afterwards. But, I mean, Jesus Christ, this was just This was pathetic. I'm pathetic because I can't stand losing to Boston. Here, give me a little bit of a minute. Just check the chat for a second, Mitch.
You're good. I mean, guys, it happens. Like one team just it wasn't their night. One team catches fire, the other team can't respond. That's basically it. That is basically it. There's nothing left for me to say. Yes, they missed KD. Kyrie did okay, right? Kyrie did well. He didn't shoot well from 3, I saw.
He had 20 points, 9 of 18. He was 1 for 7 for 3. Nobody shot well from 3. The closest one was probably Joe Harris, who shot 4 of 7. Otherwise,
really?
that Royce O'Neal 1 for 7. Kyrie Irving 1 for 7. Seth Curry 1 for 5. Yuta Watanabe 0 for 2. Patty Mills 0 for 3. Edmund Sumner 1 for 4. Yuta Watanabe 0 for 2. Patty Mills 0 for 3. Edmund Sumner was 1 for 2. Cam Thomas 1 for 6. They shot 23% from 3. And they shot 41% from the field. While Boston shot 48% from 3. It's because they kept checking. The only reason why it's lower because they chucked up threes literally that entire, fourth quarter. So that's why the percentage is lower. And they shot 58% from the field. That's the most stats I'm going to go over. I don't even want to look at it because it just makes me sick. It makes me sick. If you guys want to throw out any questions while I'm still here, go ahead. Throw it in the live chat. Go ahead and just ask whatever you want about the Nets tonight, about the NBA trade deadline stuff. This right here makes me want to think that this team does still need to acquire some players because our defense is not good enough to be able to handle some of these teams. We don't have enough low post. We don't. The defense was getting fooled so much in the low post. It's like Boston was just grabbing rebounds all over the place. The Nets weren't playing any good team defense. It was a mess. It was a mess. When you lose by 43 points, it's either it's a combination of the other team just shooting well, and it's also just the fact that, the Nets can't rebound. They can't rebound. They can't rebound to save their lives, period. So I saw somewhere that maybe tip off for Detroit would be late tonight, but honestly think they should just play tomorrow. I said postpone. So I'm assuming they're postponing the game. I think it's inclement weather, I believe. Inclement weather, so they postponed the game. I think the Wizards couldn't travel in order to get to the game. So that's why they couldn't play it.
Oh, dang.
But yeah, if you guys want to ask any questions in the chat, go ahead. Ask me whatever you guys want. I'm here to give my best answer on anything. You can talk whatever you guys want. Basketball mostly, but if you want to talk football, if you want to talk wrestling, if you want to talk baseball, hockey, whatever it is, I'll do my best to answer the question. But, I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated. Apparently, Michael Malone, the head coach of the Denver Nuggets, is going to coach the All-Star game.
Oh, good, because they're number 1.
Yeah, so it makes sense that he's going to come.
Same with the Celtics interim coach.
Snowmageddon in Texas. There you go. It was snowing apparently a lot in Texas, so they couldn't get out to the game.
Well, that makes sense. I'm going to go look up the scores of the other game real quick.
Oh, I got the scores right here. I have the ESPN open. Yeah, it's Oklahoma City's beating Houston with literally at the end of the third quarter, 86-84. Golden State's leading Minnesota 91-80 with a minute 40 to go in the third. Sacramento's leading San Antonio 94-88 with 8:21 to fourth. Utah's leading Toronto 43-34, 7:47 to go in the second. Obviously, you guys beat Orlando 105-104. Portland defeated Memphis 122-112. I did not expect Memphis to lose tonight, but that's a hell of a win by Portland tonight against Memphis. And then obviously they're going to get ready for the game after this between Atlanta and Phoenix. That's the second of the doubleheader on ESPN. Yes, that's pretty much the out-of-town scoreboard for today. What's going on, 413 Shep? Thank you so much for coming by. Hit that like button if you haven't already and give a sub up. Will Tatum break Celtics single season scoring record? Yeah, I think he can. Tatum's been unbelievable this year, and he should really be discussed for MVP consideration this year. Tatum has really played himself into a top 5, top 10 player in the NBA this year. He should absolutely be in the MVP conversation. And yeah, I think he's got a chance to maybe break the all-time record in terms of single season scoring for the Celtics. And if he maintains his pace, will he win his first MVP? He's on his pace. If the Celtics keep playing as well as they are, and if Tatum keeps playing as well as he is, absolutely. Absolutely, Jayson Tatum should be in the MVP conversation. No doubt in my mind.
Dame had a game. He had 42 points, 10 assists, 8 boards, 50% from the field.
What's the Blazers' record?
They're like towards the bottom.
Let me see. Well, the Nets are at least going to stick on to fourth place. We're still though we're going to be 3.5 games. We're going to be 3 games now behind you guys, and 3.5 behind or like 4.5 games. I think 3.5 behind Milwaukee. Let me see. Western Conference. Portland is they're 12th right now in the West. They're 24 and 26. They're 10.5 games out of the first place. Denver's actually got a 2.5 game lead over Memphis, and Memphis is going to drop now another half game because they lost tonight. So it's pretty much like Denver and Memphis are the top 2 teams in the West.
Yeah.
With the Kings the closest one in third, but they're 4.5 games behind. But if they win tonight, they could cut it to 3.5 against or actually 2.5 games against Memphis for number 2 in the West. It's Denver, then Memphis, then Sacramento, LA Clippers. Golden State is all the way back up to 5th. That's what happens when you get all your healthy guys back. Dallas is 6th. They're tied. Actually, Dallas, Golden State, and Phoenix are all tied 5th through 7th. They're all at 8.5 games behind. Then Minnesota is actually at just a half game behind all 3 of those teams. Utah and New Orleans are both a half game behind Minnesota and a full game behind. So the West is actually clumped up towards from about 5th to around, you could even say 13th. It's like a 3-game separation.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-game separation for this team overall.
Oh, that's why.
25 and 26.
Tatum
Thank
and
you,
Brown.
40-13 Chef.
That is why. Tatum and Brown each made 7 threes.
Yeah, they did. They were raining threes all over the place. It was bad.
I just got an alert, so that
Yeah, they were unbelievable tonight from the 3-point range. The Celtics themselves were unbelievable from 3-point range. They couldn't miss. They couldn't miss tonight. That's that was the biggest reason why. They almost had 3 guys that had double-doubles. Tatum had 31 points, 9 I'm not going to read Boston's stats in my recap. 31 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul in 29 minutes. He shot 12 of 19 from the field, 7 of 12 from the 3-point line. Robert Williams, which was a pain in the ass all game, he had 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds. Tatum had Robert Williams had 5 offensive rebounds tonight. 5. He shot 7 of 8 for Robert Williams, their center. 19 minutes, 2 of T. It was 7 of 8 from the field, 16 points. Derek White, who is very good tonight too, 14 points, 5 assists, 10 rebounds. He shot 6 of 11 from the field, 2 of 6 from the 3-point line, 32 minutes overall. Jaylen Brown was also terrific. He was 7 of 2 from the field, 26 points, 8 of 16 from the field, 7 of 12 from the 3-point line. Both Tatum and Brown were 7 of 12 from the 3-point line. In 32 minutes, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. He had 2 turnovers, no blocks, no steals, and no personal fouls. And not even on the bench, Luke Cornett had 12 points and 4 rebounds and 4 assists in 19 minutes. Malcolm Brogdon had 10 points in 22 minutes overall, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. And, Al Horford didn't even do much in this game. And they didn't even have Marcus Smart, and it didn't even matter.
They just caught fire.
Jeff, you know that what's crazy? I remember when Boston media was calling Tatum mentally soft and they wanted him traded. Not strong leader. Wow, what a difference. Yeah, well, it's also called maturity. Kid matured into a leader on that team. They needed to let that kid be able to grow into his own as a young star in the league, and that's exactly what he did. He grew into a young star in the NBA, and it's a great thing to see when a young player can be able to mold himself. Memphis not hanging with Jokic in a 7-game series. Too much on Morant's shoulders. I mean, Jaren Jackson's got to be that other guy that's got to step up. People are talking about Jaren Jackson, Defensive Player of the Year. He's got to be that second guy on that team and even provide some scoring, as well as Desmond Bane, too.
He's averaging like 5 blocks a game for the last 5.
Yeah. Jaren Jackson's got to be that guy. And also, I think the Steven Adams injury hurts that team.
Yes.
Steven Adams not being there in the middle really hurts that team overall because Jaren Jackson's got to play. He's got to take up a lot more of the load. What's Kyrie's score right now? You mean Kyrie's points overall? Kyrie had 20 points overall, Shy. Kyrie had no problem, by the way, Shy. Appreciate it. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Like I said, sub up to NYG Jeffy T85. The channel is right on the bottom left of the screen over here, so I'd appreciate the sub, and thank you so much for coming by the live stream. Yeah, Kyrie Irving had 20 points in the game, but he did not shoot well. He did not shoot terrific from the field. If Robert Williams plays like he's been playing, they're going to win the chip this year. Not even being biased either. Diehard Celtics fan. He gives me scary KG 08 Celtics vibes. I like Robert Williams. The dude is a tremendous defensive player. I think he's a great defensive player for the Boston Celtics. And he's really one of the reasons why that Boston Celtics team got in the position where they were last year because of his defense. He was able to go out there and really take care of the defensive side of the court, and you allow guys like Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum take care of the offensive side. So, yeah, if Robert Williams continues to play his basketball like he is right now, it's going to make Boston even more difficult to beat and get into the playoffs because that team is so stout all around with the depth they have on that roster. Whether it's shooting, whether it's, inside in the post defense, which I think they're either number one or they're near the top in terms of defense. They're top 5 in offensive and defensive ratio and efficiency this year. No other team in the NBA has that except the Boston Celtics. They're top 5 in both. That's how good the Celtics are this year. Larry O'Brien and Stanley Cup maybe for Boston. Yeah. Boston's continuing to be a successful team in terms of basketball and hockey. Not as much baseball this year. I think Boston is going to be a little bit hard-pressed in terms of baseball. I don't know if the Red Sox are going to be good this year. I could see them having a very difficult season. And in terms of, the Patriots, is Mac Jones their quarterback? That's the question. Mitch, what's Kyrie's stats for tonight?
Hold on, let me pull it up. I mean, you got it, right?
Yeah, I got the stats. Kyrie's stats for tonight's game. Kyrie Irving, in 31 minutes, he was 9 of 18 from the field, 1 of 7 from three-point range. He shot once from the free throw line and made it. He had 4 rebounds overall, 4 assists. He had no steals, 1 block shot, 3 turnovers, and 2 personal fouls. He had a negative 31 plus minus, which was the ratio for everybody, and he had 20 points. That was Kyrie Irving overall in this game. Not good. I mean, the percentage is not terrible. 9 of 18. It's not bad. It's just the 3-point percentage was brutal. 3-point percentage by Kyrie Irving tonight, and the whole team was just absolutely brutal. Golden State looks like they're pulling away in their game. 98 to 90.
Yep.
Guys, have any more questions at all that you guys want to ask? I mean, I'll stay on for at least another. I think I'll stay on for at least another like 5-10 minutes, maybe until like the 2 hour 45-minute mark on the live stream before I close it out. I think the Red Sox will suffer. John Henry doesn't care enough. We need a new owner. Well, I mean, he did at least sign Rafael Devers to a long-term deal. That's something, and you did sign that the kid from Japan. I forget his name. The big-time player from Japan. You guys signed to a deal. You guys should have never let Bogarts go. That was stupid, and obviously let go of Betts a couple of years ago. But you guys still have some players you can build around. At least you have Devers there long-term. And at least you have, this kid that you brought in. So it's going to be a lot on your prospects to be able to step up and do something for your team this year. That's what the Celtics are. I mean, the Red Sox are going to have to count on, is the young players stepping up and carrying the load for their team going into 2023 for their baseball season. Sacramento looks like they're going to get close to pulling out. Randy's probably not happy because Utah's beating Toronto. Oklahoma City and Houston are in a tough battle right now. 98-95 with 7:08 to go in the fourth. Minnesota is losing to Golden State only by 6. Close game so far. Well, there you go. If you got a good farm system, Jorge, then you're going to be in better shape. Because if you have a good farm system with young players that are going to be able to come up and fill the gaps of guys that are, going to be able to come up and at least, fill in for guys that you had to let go, then that's going to help. As far as the Patriots go, to be continued. Yeah, I think the Patriots are going to be they're going to be in for some hurting going forward. They are. I think the Patriots are finally going to have their stretch of just not being a good football team. The Miami Dolphins are only going to get better. I think if the Jets get themselves a quarterback, that team is still going to be good. And, I mean, the Bills are still going to be a top team in the AFC. He can't do it by himself. He needs KD. And when Ben comes back, he needs to stop being so shy with the rock. You are damn near 6'10" point guard. You can lock up the defense. He needs to channel his 38-year-old. I mean, you couldn't have said it any better than what Nets fans have been saying the whole time, man. This is how Nets fans have been saying the whole time about him. But at this point, I'm not pressing my luck about him.
But same thing Sixers fans have been saying for years.
At this point, I am not pressing my luck anything involving Ben Simmons. Whatever we get from him is gravy. I am done trying to convince myself Ben Simmons is going to be anything with this team right now. He's too damn inconsistent, and that's the problem with the Brooklyn Nets. Inconsistency. They're so inconsistent, a basketball team. 1 second they're up, the next second they're down. 1 second they shoot good, the next second they shoot crap. They're too up and down a basketball team. And that is why I am not opposed to going out there and improving this team at the trade deadline, because you are not measuring up to the New York Knicks. You are not measuring up to the Los Angeles Lakers. You are measuring up to the Boston Celtics, to the Milwaukee Bucks, to the Philadelphia 76ers, to the Cleveland Cavaliers, to, the Miami Heat, to the Western Conference, the Sacramento Kings, the Dallas Mavericks, the Phoenix Suns, the Golden State Warriors, the Denver Nuggets, the Memphis Grizzlies. You're measuring up to the top teams in the NBA, and right now I believe the Nets are not good enough in the front court to compete with these teams night in and night out against the better teams in the East and in the West. That's going on, Blazed. Thank you so much for coming by the chat. Make sure you guys check out the Dynamite main event when you can. Darby and Samoa Joe put on a brutal match. I got to check it out. I got to check that one out, Blazed. I got to rewatch some of the things that happened on Dynamite tonight, but I'm curious. I'm curious to see who won. If Darby Allin's still the champion, or if Samoa Joe might have recaptured the championship, but I got to make sure to check that out. Thank you for giving me that update on AEW Dynamite. I appreciate that, bro.
Yep. Thank you, Blaze.
But I'll stay on for at least another 5 minutes, guys, and I'm going to close out the live stream. So just throw out a couple more of your questions. Maybe if I'm still feeling froggy, I'll go to the 3-hour mark, and then I'll close it out. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, throw out any questions, anything you guys want to talk about. Mitch could even sit here and talk about how the Eagles are going to win the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. Let me see. I don't think so. We're going to shock you guys next year. I would suck too if I had a defensive coordinator as my offensive coordinator and assistant special teams coach. I'm done. Well, yeah. Trust me, we know all about Mr. Joe Judge, 413 Chef. We know all about Joe Judge. I'm a Giants fan. I know all about how Joe Judge was a detriment to my football team in 2021. And it's so nice that we have a competent offensive coordinator that can go out there and actually call a legit offense. Joe Judge is a special teams guy, and people don't really like him. He's too much of Mr. Drill Sergeant. And yeah, Matt Patricia is a defensive guy. I never understood why Bill Belichick did that in 2022. You just pretty much handcuffed your quarterback when you did that. That was stupid by Bill Belichick, and he tried to rewrite everything, and it ended up hurting him in the end. I appreciate that, Blaze. Thank you. SmackDown Fallout show should be awesome. Monday Night Raw got an incredible draw. I can imagine it being super brutal. I can imagine the match being absolutely super brutal. Agree with my assessment. Yeah, I agree with your assessment. Shout out to our guy, Earl. What's going on, Bookends? I hope not. You hope not what? Does you mean the Patriots? You hope not that they're not going to be good? What happened to Jey Uso? Jey Uso at the end of Royal Rumble walked out on the Bloodline after they beat down Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and then he pretty much went on Twitter, on his Instagram and Twitter, and pretty much says he's done with the Bloodline. Done with the Bloodline on his Instagram, his Twitter. So take it with a grain of salt. I just saw Dynamite 2, Blaze. That's what Raphael says. I got to check out. I got to watch the highlights when they come out. Tom Brady just unretired again. Oh, God. Oh, God. San Francisco calls up Tom Brady. He decides to come out of retirement and play for a similar Super Bowl. Can you imagine? I can see it. Yo, Raphael Chesteen, don't spoil anything for Jeff. Hasn't seen it yet. It was a fun show. AEW Dynamite has been booking some incredible shows lately. I mean, Monday Night Raw was a good show. AEW Dynamite has been booking some great shows lately, too. And I have no doubt in my mind that SmackDown is going to be a good show, too, especially with the Bloodline storyline. Yeah, I got this bad feeling the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, too. It makes me sick just to even talk about it, but I do think that right now the Eagles are in good position to win the Super Bowl. But we'll have to wait and see. That's why you play the game. And you can never doubt out a guy like Patrick Mahomes. You can't ever doubt Patrick Mahomes and how good he is and just a warrior he is at the quarterback position. So that's the intangibles. Plus you have guys that are championship mentality like Chris Jones. You got Chris Jones. You got Travis Kelce, Frank Clark. You got L'Jarius Sneed in the secondary. You got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. You got Juju Smith-Schuster. You got Marcus Valdes-Scantling, who had a tremendous game for the Chiefs, and you got a solid offensive line, and you got Andy Reid, Super Bowl winning head coach. One of the best one of the best coaches in the league, if not the best head coach in the NFL. Let's see. A head scratcher. Why would you put a defensive coordinator as your offensive coordinator? Be better, Bill. Bill tries to rewrite the system like he knows everything, like he's Nostradamus, and it ended up biting him in the ass. That's what I'll have to say. I try not to compare AEW and WWE. I just enjoy both for what they are, wrestling, but different types of shows in my opinion. Absolutely. WWE and AEW are completely different shows overall. I enjoy the both of them too. I really do. I think they're both great shows in different aspects. I think AEW is more of like the high-flying indie type wrestling style, where WWE is more the traditional style wrestling that you can see from night in and night out. We got Bill O'Brien back, who already has more command of the whole team in 1 week than they had all season. I'm going to snag up a receiver, maybe T. Higgins, and get another lineman. Well, you might be in a battle with the Giants for T. Higgins because the Giants are going to be hot and heavy for T. Higgins too, and that dude is going to command. A lot of teams are going to want T. Higgins this offseason because of the fact that the Bengals, they're going to be going out this offseason, and they're going to be trying to sign Joe Burrow, and they don't have enough money to sign everybody. Take your time, Mitch. So, I mean, they're going to be in an interesting position in terms of trying to sign, because the Patriots need a wide receiver badly. I like Jacoby Myers. I try to re-sign him back if you can as a slot guy, but you guys need a true outside threat to give Mac Jones something to work with on the outside. I hope the Super Bowl is close. Maybe the first overtime with the new rules. I would dig that too. I know more Eagles fans than Chiefs, so kind of pulling for Philly for my boys. Yeah, I get it. I get it, Blaze. I would do that too if you're trying to, if you're bipartisan in terms of rooting interest in this game. Absolutely. If I were you, yeah, you root for, you want to support your guys out there and some of your buddies that are, trying to see how they're going to do in the Super Bowl. Run game, there's defense, although pass rush, we just need to patch the line and get a legit number one receiver, and Mac can do it. Would you bring back a guy like Jacoby Myers in the slot? Maybe as Devontae Parker on a one-year deal as a number two, or would you look in the draft? Maybe Tyquan Thornton could be a number two for you guys, and then you bring in a guy like T. Higgins, Brandon Ayuk, one of those guys. Yeah. I'm talking right now, so obviously I got a lot to say, Almighty. I already talked about the Nets game, so your trolling's not going to work. You're failing. I think Super Bowl will be close. Chiefs defense is sus. In the end, I'm going with Mahomes. Been there, done that. Plus, all my friends are Chiefs fans. There you go. He's going with the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, and I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with him. You can't go against Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is a Super Bowl pedigree, so I can't go against him. Patrick Mahomes did it against Cincy. He can do it against Philly too. You don't ever doubt out guys that know how to get it done in the clutch. Something with the bus. If they can get Godwin from the Bucks. They released $20 million salary cap for Tom Gone. The Bucks need that money. Yeah. I can see the Bucks going through I can see the Bucks just pretty much blowing it up. Now unless they're going out there and they're able to get a veteran quarterback, I think the Bucks could blow it up. They don't have an offensive coordinator now. They don't have the defense might lose some players. Evans might retire. I can see them getting rid of Godwin and his salary. I think Fournette will be gone. Shaq Barrett they can cut. I could see the Bucks pretty much just dismantling their team. Like the Rams too. I could see the Rams dismantling their team too.
I got a hot
unless they want to give it one go.
Hot take. Carson Wentz.
Maybe they go after Carson Wentz, give him another chance. And Kansas City is my home. Patriots are my heart. There you go. That makes sense then why you'd want to, you want to see the Kansas City try to win. I like Tyquan Underwood. He's got size. He's got speed. He just needs to develop a little bit more in his second year. I mean, obviously with that spread wide open offense and Baylor, he didn't really get a chance with a good offensive playmaker, so we'll have to wait and see. Kansas City is my home, Boston. Yeah. I'd like to have Godwin too, but he's a slot receiver. I'd like to have an outside guy, so it all depends on Wan'Dale Robinson's recovery from ACL surgery. I don't think he's coming back until midseason. Also, what we do with wide receiver in the draft too. Don't be surprised if the Giants go hot and heavy in the draft for a couple of wide receivers too. I would not be shocked if that happens. Because I could see the Giants easily going into the draft this year and drafting maybe one or two wide receivers. There's a lot of quality wide receivers in the draft. Not like, top of the line guys. But, I mean, I went over there in a video that I did a couple of days yesterday. A couple of top wide receivers like Quentin Johnson, Jordan Addison, Jalen Hyatt, Jackson Smith and Jigba is another one. Joshua Downs, Xavier Hutchinson, A.T. Perry, I can't remember his name. Jarrett and Demas from Maryland or a couple of other guys. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of really good wide receivers coming out. Bell from Houston. Rashee Rice from SMU is another good wide receiver coming out. There's a lot of talented wide receivers coming out of this draft. Zay Flowers from Boston College is another one. You have Jalen Hyatt's teammate, Cedric Tillman from Tennessee, who's another good player. There's wide receivers coming out, so we'll have to wait and see. Draft one then. I think they're going to draft one. I think they're going to trade for one. I think we're going to have 2 wide receivers, prominent ones, and one's going to get traded for and one's going to be drafted. We all want the linebacker from Clemson, but we don't know if he's going to be there. Giants have a lot to build on. They could be good next season. We're good this year with talent that were not even ours. I want to see how Joe Shane and Brandon Brown could operate this team with more cap space to play with. We have $44 million in cap space. Probably going to sign Jones long term. Probably going to take care of Barkley on the franchise tag or sign him long term. Don't know about Julian Love. Don't know about Darius Slayton. Don't know about Sterling Shepard. Don't know about O'Shane Zimenez or Jahide Ward or the other guys, Jelly Ellis. I hope he's gone. Some of these other players on the Giants. I think they're going to go into free agency, try to plug in some holes, re-sign most of their guys, and then try to go in the draft and really supplement the depth on this roster. Godwin, Higgins, or D-Hop coming to the Pats. I could see that, absolutely. I think those are the 3 guys that the Pats will target. I mean, better. Yeah, we are going to get better, I think, next year when Joe Shane actually can pick his guys on this team. And young players that were injured all last year are going to get an offseason to be able to go out there and develop. They're going to actually get a season to go out there and develop and not be on the injured reserve like they were before. 14th pick, we're going to get a good player as well. Yeah. I mean, offensive line, I think you guys need. You can maybe use some cornerback help. Maybe you guys want to get another young cornerback you could supplement back there. Obviously, wide receiver. I mean, I don't know about running back. I think you guys are good with Ramondre Stevenson. You can maybe get a backup running back if you let Damian Harris go. So I can see the Eagles getting Trenton Simpson. Eagles might lose 2 linebackers in the offseason. They might lose both TJ Edwards and Kaiser White. So it's possible that the Eagles could draft a linebacker in the first round. And with that first overall pick, Trenton Simpson could be a perfect guy for their defense.
Linebacker, corner, edge.
Are you eating right now?
Yeah.
Brownies, right?
No. Cinnamon rolls.
Oh, you have such a sweet tooth. But, I mean, yeah, Trenton Simpson, Joey Porter Jr., Jonathan Ringo. There's a lot of players that could be on targets for the Eagles, the first round pick. I think linebacker is your biggest weakness. And quarterback, I mean, you have Slay and Bradbury.
Well, Bradbury we may not bring back.
Yeah, Bradbury might be gone, and then Slay's going on the final year of his deal. So you guys need a young cornerback to develop. Yeah, I like cinnamon rolls. I got to find cinnamon rolls somewhere. I do like cinnamon rolls a lot. But I'm going to go for at least another 5 minutes, guys, and then I'm going to close out the live stream. I'm going to give you a BKN game recap, but I appreciate all you guys being here. Sincerely, thank you. We could have easily won more games last year if we didn't give up big play. Yeah. And if you guys scored a little bit more points on offense, too. Eagles going to get the corner from Georgia. Ringo. So you're talking about Ringo, right? Yeah, I can see it. Packers, Bengals, Raiders. Yeah, you guys should have won a couple of more games. You're not wrong. No, maybe you guys should play the Jets every single game, and you guys would be like 17-0. I'm not going to spoil it, Blaze. That's fine, Raphael. I'm going to watch the highlights of it, too. Y'all doing an NBA trade line? Yes, I am. Myself and Mitch will do the NBA trade deadline. Randy will be there, too. I don't know about Nikki, but right now it's going to be at least me, Randy, and Mitch. Or Randy, Mitch, and I that will be doing the NBA trade deadline. We're starting at 10 a.m. On the week from tomorrow, and we're going to be going all the way until the end of the NBA trade deadline. We'll recap everything. And I'm actually going to be doing a Nets game right after that later on. So, obviously, I'll give some recaps and some videos on the Nets after the trade deadline concludes. So, yeah.
Oh, you want to do the Sixers and Nets on next Saturday?
Is it on primetime television? Because remember, I don't have a Yes Network.
I got to look. Hold on.
I can't broadcast if it's on Yes. You should play. If you play the Jets all the time, you guys will be 17-0 every season because the Jets can't beat you. I'm convinced right now you guys have like a hex over the New York Jets. For some reason, the Jets just play their dumbest football when they play the Pats. I don't know what it is about the New England Patriots, but every single time the New York Jets play the Patriots, they suck. Thank you, 41. Thank you, 413 Chef. Appreciate you coming by the live stream and hit that like button.
Do
if
you have
already.
NBA TV?
Congrats to you, Boston. No, I don't. I got rid of
I
it.
know.
And even if I did, I can't because it would be blacked out in this area because you have to have yes. If we improve the O-line, but Mac Jones doesn't improve, how long before Bailey Zappi is the full-time starter? Honestly, I don't think Bailey Zappi is the answer either, or Bailey Zapp.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you guys need to get yourself a real legit quarterback either way. So, I mean, you could go to Bailey Zapp if he's not the answer, but I think you guys do need an upgraded quarterback. So we'll have to wait and see. Have to wait and see how they look going over. So, yeah. But, yeah, we will be doing the NBA trade deadline, Almighty, on next Thursday starting at 10 a.m. It'll be on my channel, Mitch's channel, Randy's channel, Hardcore Sports Network, Let's Talk Sports, and then obviously a broadcast on Twitter and Twitch. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to be giving you live coverage all throughout the morning and all throughout the early to mid-afternoon with NBA trade rumors and everything. And we'll be giving you guys all of the updates and everything on that.
We might have to say a little bit later than 3.
You as well. Have a great one.
We might have to say on later after 3 because the trade that not all the trades go through.
Well, yeah, the last minute trades that you have to see when they come out. Is Jimmy G viable? Jimmy G, apparently the San Francisco 49ers and Kyle Shanahan already said that they don't expect Jimmy G to come back after this season. So that right there indicates that Jimmy G will be on the open market. So expect, a team like the Rams, if they don't bring back Baker Mayfield, the Bucks maybe could give him a chance. Maybe the Jets, if they can't land a big-time quarterback out in free agency or through trade, or if they want to go with Zach Wilson again. So I think Jimmy G is going to find a market. He might have to become a backup too. Jimmy G might have to be a backup right now, unless he gets to the right area. So we'll have to wait and see. He's going to be on the market because I think Trey Lance is Trey Lance is ahead of schedule. I think he's going to be ready to go in like 4 weeks or so. He's going to be ready to go. So they're going to have Lance back. Purdy's going to be on a 6-month rehab from a torn UCL. So he's not going to be doing anything until close to training camp. So Purdy's not going to be ready until around training camp. So we'll have to wait and see. But Bob Kraft, please get him back. Maybe Bob Kraft goes out there and gets Jimmy G back as a veteran out there. If they don't think that Bailey Zapp or what do you call it? Bailey Zapp or Mac Jones are the answer. We'll have to wait and see. A lot of things are going to happen in the NFL offseason. I'm telling you right now, like last year. NFL offseason and NFL trade deadline were absolutely insane in 2022. There were moves flying around all over the place. Wide receivers being dealt and signed all over the place. Quarterbacks being dealt, running backs, linebackers. I expect it to be as insane this offseason, in fact, even more. I expect a lot of player movement this offseason. I really do. And we're also going to be covering the first day of NFL free agency too. Mitch and myself, we're going to be doing the first day of NFL free agency. So we're going to recap all deals that are signed, all deals that are not confirmed, but agreed to, etc. So we're going to be doing NFL free agency as well on March 15th, next month. So we're going to be giving you wall-to-wall NFL free agency coverage. So just be on the lookout for that as well. But he spent all that time under Brady. Yes, he did. But Mitch, do you have any parting words before we close off the stream?
The Sixers played well. There was a lot of the Sixers offense. Whoever did not have the ball didn't move. They did not move around at all. It's like halftime was so mad about that. I was too for a bit. But yeah, it's just I don't know if that's coaching or it's just the players.
It's a combination.
It's a combination.
It's a combination. Yeah. Basketball, coaching does help, but in basketball, it's more about the individual players as much as it is the coaching. Coaching is not as important in the NBA. It's important, but It's not as big in the NBA compared to the NFL. In the NFL, you need good coaching because, like I said, the Giants had no business being as good as they were this year, but they had great coaching, and the coaching was able to get the most out of the players. And that's why the Giants were able to, quote-unquote, overachieve and get into the second round of the playoffs. So coaching can go far. In the NBA, it is more about star-driven league, but it can go – it also depends on, how players do, and how they gel with one another and how they shoot consistently, rebound, play aggressive, defense, all together. And, if they have enough stars.
Rockets beat the Thunder.
Well, there you go. Art Koo is probably not a happy camper right now.
I was thinking, should I go Rockets?
I thought the Thunder would pull it off. I really did. I'm actually surprised, but that's the end of the stream, guys. I appreciate all you guys being here for the stream tonight between the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets. Down in Boston, this was an absolute disaster of a game tonight for the Brooklyn Nets. 139-96. I'm going to be doing a game recap after this, and I have no idea what the hell I could say. I mean, there's really nothing positive I could say about this game tonight, but I just want to thank Mitch and Philly Halftime for hopping on the live stream this afternoon. Make sure you guys go sub up to them if you haven't already. Mitch Kovsky, as well as Philly Halftime. I'd like to thank everybody in the chat. Jorge Rubio. I'd like to thank 413 Shep, Almighty Finesse, Philly Halftime again. Raphael Chassin, can't forget about him. Blaze Radio, another fanatic, fantastic content creator. Does a lot of great content with wrestling. Jorge Rubio's been here with me the entire time. Bookends Tackles, another great New York Giants supporter. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Chad Schrader, Shy Rax. Appreciate you coming by the live stream, Shy Rax. And Chad Schrader, a longtime supporter of Mitch and a great supporter of the Hardcore Sports Network as well. Thank you very much. Alexander Harbula, another longtime content creator and another longtime supporter, Cowboys fan. He's probably happy Kellen Moore's not under the books anymore. He's probably celebrating. Arku, another great supporter, Thunder fan as well. I want to say thank you to Arku as well for all the, the support that he gives the channel. Raphael as well. Can't forget about Raphael. He's another great content creator, a Raiders fan, a wrestling fan. Very knowledgeable with the football as well as soccer, and very knowledgeable when it comes to wrestling. So make sure you guys go sub up to Raphael too. No Mets, no Nets, no Jets. Juice. No Mets, no Nets, no Jets. One of the greatest supporters of my channel. Always love and support and appreciate the support he gives for myself and all the hardcore sports people in the Big Blue crew. Juice as well. He's a New Orleans fan. Sorry about your Pelicans tonight and lately, Juice. Hopefully they can get back on the right track. And I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody else. I'm close to the end. And I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming by the live stream. Appreciate everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Hump Day Wednesday. Take it easy. And as always, when we close these out, even though it was tough tonight, still, let's go Brooklyn Nets. As always, it's a Nets world, and we're all just living in it. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night, everybody, and take it easy.